What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Like E on there. Winters.
Winters, because it's feeling a little winter. Not really.
No, it's not.
But I am a wee bit surprised you don't have the
long sleeve t-shirt?
Long sleeve t-shirt
I
on.
thought I toyed with it. I toyed with the idea today, but I'm like, you know what? It's a travel day. I think I'd rather be comfortable. I don't necessarily have to be dealing with sleeves all day, so we'll save this. I have several at the ready, sir.
You got them on standby.
That's right. They're all sitting in the closet, and I was looking at them. I'm like, not today, boys.
They're
not
on alert.
Today. That's right. I'll stand before you and with carrying a riding crop with pants. The thighs of the pants are far too big for my legs, and give them a rousing, endorsing speech.
I know.
Today we're going to go out and we're going to give them hell.
We're going to kick them in the nose. Like crap through a goose.
Crap through a goose. You know way more of that speech than I do, sir.
But, wow. These are,
like, some of you memorized it. That's fine.
Welcome to my head. But, speaking of clothing items, over the weekend, I had was going through the drawers of my
I thought you meant your underwear. Okay.
chest. Chest of drawers.
Okay, so Mike was wearing underpants on his chest. Gotcha.
No, I was going through my chest of drawers and where I keep my shorts.
Sure.
And I found a pair of shorts that I hadn't worn in a minute.
Is this going to be one of those, look how much weight I've lost stories?
Well, no.
Okay, I'm just curious.
No, but I found the shorts and I put them on. They were a pair of Massimo shorts.
Massimos, nice. It really has been a minute.
I told you these are older shorts.
Do you want to break out some gerbods to go with those?
Well, and you were talking about the too big thing, and that's the thing about it. I mean, they fit because they were the tie strap.
Sure,
so they're gonna fit. But the fashion then was a little baggier than shorts of now. When I put them on, I feel like I'm Bells, and I could just take my legs and go ding dong, ding dong inside of these shorts.
These were well below the knee, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're below the knee, very baggy.
Oh, so this is back when the 3/4 short was popular.
Well, I don't know if I think these are just regular shorts, but I'm
just trying to
I'm only 5'8", so they turned to 3/4 shorts.
I'm trying to picture a scenario where you thought you were going to be able to pull those off.
Around the house, yes.
Ah, that makes sense. But
I don't go out in public.
Well, you can't tell by the way I use my walk. I'm Massimos. No time to talk.
This is Walmart. Then you just go. But,
then you just throw on whatever.
You look like you got pants on.
Hey, look. I closed the hole in the front with the button, all right? The pajamas stand.
Did my part.
That's right. I'm not overtly exposing myself, officer.
But, I busted those out this weekend, so they might be my round-the-house shorts for a while.
Dude, you know what? Fashion's coming back around. You might hold on to those for a minute.
Well,
and the Massimo name has been in the headlines recently.
As I was wearing them in the house Sunday, I noticed that the threading in the crotchal region might be starting to come loose.
All the better. Think of the ventilation opportunities.
It may be a little expose in the.
You pull a Britney circa 2004
That's
getting
right.
out of the limo.
Yeah. Some bald guy showed us his. I don't think he wants to be bald though. Anyway. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Balding.
Balding.
That's right. There's a term for folks like us. It's
Follically
balding.
challenged jerk. But we got a full slate for you for today. Actually, we've got a replay interview this hour. We had Chris and Gina from the Roswell Community Theater join us in the 9 o'clock hour yesterday, talking about their upcoming play. So we're going to play that interview for you here. It's a comedy.
Yes.
It's a farce.
It's a farce.
If you will.
I was going to go there, but you went there first.
But so we'll play that interview with Chris and Gina here in a little bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, at 8:15, Donna Oracion with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell scheduled to join us. Give us an update on what's happening out at the college. And then at 8:45, we'll have Andrew Stapp from the Chaves County Health Council drop by and tell us about what's happening through 4-H and other things at the Extension office.
Oh, yeah. Gearing
Did I
up
say
for
Health
fairs.
Council? I meant Chaves County Extension office.
Extension office.
Because next hour, the 9 o'clock hour, the Chaves County Health Council is coming in.
Oh,
and they're going to be talking about they got a UNM vaccine, like a session, like an online listening session and everything. They got a couple events like that coming up, but they're going to come in and talk about that. So people have questions, want information about vaccines, the COVID vaccines and things like that. There's a lot of information out there. Some of it good, some of it not so much. So this will help kind of separate.
Clear things up a bit.
Fact from fiction. For
Get it
folks.
from the experts, people.
See, yeah, I mean, I've said this the whole time. I mean, get the vax, not get the vax. That's a decision you and your family need to make. But please get accurate information when you make that decision. Don't go out and look at the latest Facebook memes for your decision on it. Talk
I'm
to your
sorry,
doctors,
but
talk to people.
I base all my facts on maymays. It's just how I roll. I can't make a decision until I've seen it in the SpongeBob scene.
I do like Sheldon Cooper, and I use a 20-sided Dungeon and Dragon dice to make all of my decisions.
I wonder how mad he is that he did that one shot where he put the shirt over his nose and sprayed the, because that is the like one of the most shared gifs I've ever seen.
Is it?
Is the especially post-COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, right when COVID first hit, everybody was sharing the Sheldon meme.
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
was.
He's a germaphobe.
Yep.
He's the man.
He's the quintessential.
In the land of the blind, the man with one eye is king.
You got to imagine that people like who are actual germaphobes, famous germaphobes, have to be like thankful that Sheldon has like taken the reign of like the famous germaphobe. Like Howie Mandel. Nobody talks about Howie Mandel.
Yeah, he's a
being
huge
germaphobe.
Yeah, he used to I think like his whole blowing the glove up over his head bit started because he actually had all those gloves he wore because he was so OCD on his neurosis of
when he used to host
germs.
his show, he would go and shake the hands and he would immediately hand sanitizer to the point where he was getting like he'd touch a doorknob. I've heard him tell the story. He'd touch a doorknob
over-sanitizing?
and he'd get warts.
Oh, jeez.
From where he was touching the doorknob because he was taking all the good bacteria off his hands too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well,
there is a too far, kids. You know what I say? Take your kids down, let them play in the crick like we did growing up. Because I know whatever I got from that crick, it has given me the strongest immune system known to man.
There is something to that. You gotta, you can't bubble
Expose
up
them early.
Yep.
Take them down to Chernobyl. Put them on all the broken down rides. Pry a pat. Screw it. Have fun.
Is that a coal mine? Come on in.
YOLO, you know?
Hey, what's that? A big asbestos pit? Dive in,
There
son.
you go. Fukushima? Oh, I was gonna say something, but I couldn't finish that one.
Hey, let's do some whip tours down in Carlsbad, shall we? Let's just go right on down there.
Fukushima? I say Fukushima, yeah.
All right, it is 7:14. I'm spent. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather. By the way, today you're like, hey, it's a little different. It is a little different, isn't it?
First day of fall.
Is it officially?
Last day of summer until I think like 1 p.m. and then it's fall. Officially.
All right, so apropos that our high is near 80 today.
Maybe fall's at like 10. I don't know. I might actually have to go change before Artesia if we're only looking at 80 for the high.
Yeah, 80 near 80 is what they're saying officially. Of course, Artesia, they're always a few degrees warmer. But here for your listening pleasure is the weather. It's official. So I say.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Following last night's cold front, it'll be a little bit cooler around the area today, but gusty wind at 20 to 30 miles per hour, upper 70s and low 80s, and we should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll be in the low 50s and clear, and then a little bit of a warm-up tomorrow, highs 80 to 85 and sunny, back up to about 90 with sunshine on Thursday and breezy. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 63 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 43%. Winds a little breezy out of the north, 13 miles per hour. Mostly sunny today. They say our highs will reach near 80. We may not get there. We may, though. Wait and find out. No, but much cooler. By the way, our high was like 97. 98 yesterday. So, yeah, we got almost a 20-degree drop between today and yesterday. But, yeah, highs near 80 today. North winds, it's going to be breezy, 15 to 20 today, but later this afternoon, the actual decrease down 10, 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Expect an overnight low of 52. Yeah, we're going to drop in the low 50s tonight. Northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Means you're probably going to wake up to a little chilly morning for you Wednesday, but a little bit warmer for the day tomorrow. Sunny, high of 84. Winds will be out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear Wednesday night with an overnight low of 50. South winds 5 to 15. So another chilly morning Thursday morning. Sunny, high near 90 otherwise with south winds 5 to 15. Thursday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 55. Friday, sunny, high of 89. And then looking at the weekend, sunny 87 for Saturday, sunny highs near 90 on Sunday, and Monday we're going to be highs once again near 90. But it looks like our overnights now, at least this whole next week, are going to be firmly in the 50s. The warmest overnight low will be like Saturday night is like 58. But yeah, so I think we're one step closer to seeing that first frost too. Just a hunch. Hey, Zia Guns USA here in Roswell are buying your guns. That's right. They've got cash on hand, and they're making offers right now. Not only are they buying your individual firearms, they're buying entire gun collections, estates, you name it. You walk in with it, they'll make you an offer. You walk out the door with that cold, hard cash. Plus, Zia Guns USA here in Roswell is now your full-line Tacticam dealer. Same Tacticams you see on hunting shows worldwide, they got them right here at Zia Guns USA. Also, new shipments of knives by Case and Bench are Benchmade right here in stock right now. Also, Black Rifle Coffee. They carry the full line of it at Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. Also, they are on your only Dr. Squatch authorized retail dealer in the region. So you've seen their soap products for men online. Always wanted to smell it and everything before you actually buy it. Go on down to Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. They got you covered. Also, shop on by the locally owned Zia Guns USA here in Roswell, 1907 North Main. They are the only gun store to be open on Saturday or open on Sundays, but closed on Saturdays because they spend Saturdays with family, and you should too. Stop on by 1907 North Main here in Roswell. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, then our interview with the folks from the Roswell Community Theater, and then we'll be back. Don't go away.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 856 head of cattle sold on Monday on an uneven market with excellent buyer tenants. Compared to last week, stocker calves sold 2 to 6 higher, feeder cattle 2 to 4 higher, packer cows steady to 2 higher, packer bulls sold $1 lower, 3 to 400 pound steers 188, 192, 3 to 400 pound heifers 157, 161. 4 to 500 pound steers 173, 188. 4 to 500 pound heifers 148, 50, 157. 5 to 600 pound steers 158, 173. 5 to 600 pound heifers 140, 148, 50. 6 700 pound steers 141, 158. 6 700 pound heifers 130, 140. 7 800 pound steers 134, 144. 7 800 pound heifers 127, 130. Packer cows 65 to 73 and a half. Canner and cutter cows 55 to 64. Packer bulls 90 to 93.50. Feeder bulls 66 to 72. Top half the cow calf pairs $1,000 to $1,350 per pair. Top half the bred cows $900 to $1,325 per head. Remember, this is the top of the market, and prices range down from this according to quality, condition, and feel. We do appreciate the business. We'll talk to you next Monday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
The sun is setting on another summer, and that means savings for you during the end of summer clearance event at Richland Chevrolet. All this month, we're slashing prices across the lot. That means super low payments like a 08 Jeep Wrangler as low as $238 a month, a 2007 Toyota Tundra as low as $228 a month, or a 2014 Chevy Malibu for as little as $219 a month. Don't let the sun set on these savings. It's on all September long, the end of summer clearance event at Richland Chevy on West 2nd in Roswell. Ride for the brand.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Teachers are the heartbeat of the classroom and often use their own funds to bring supplies and resources to their students. Kinetic by Windstream is kicking off the 2021 school year by showing appreciation to teachers across the country with a chance to win a $1,000 classroom supply grant. Nominate your favorite teacher for a chance to win by visiting GoKinetic.com and going to the Community tab, or stop by a Kinetic retail store near you now through September 30th to place your nomination.
The race is on at Roswell Honda. With a whole team of amazing vehicles marked down to clear the lot and with trade values at an all-time high, now is the best time in history to upgrade to a 2015 Corolla for just $194 a month, a 2012 Grand Caravan for just $129 a month, or a 2013 Ford Fiesta for just $99 a month. Free AirPods and soda just for stopping by, a smartwatch with a qualified test drive, and tickets to the Roswell Dragway with purchase. Race in to win at Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Astronauts are not allowed to eat beans before they go into space because passing wind in a spacesuit damages them. The suits or the astronauts? Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Community Little Theater, Gina Montague and Chris Whipperman back with us. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I didn't do Montgomery this time. I don't know why in my head I want to say Montgomery. I don't know why. It's like every time it just folds into my brain. I'm like, no, stop feeding me bad information, brain. So I paid definite attention this time to not let the mouth engage the head of the brain. So, good morning. How's well, first off, I know you guys have been busy at the theater with just all kinds of stuff, the different plays. I mean, we had the Battle of the Bands over the summer. It's been for a COVID pandemic, you guys have had a lot of stuff you're able to still do and achieve despite the deck of cards you're handed here. So that's great to see.
Yeah, the show must go on.
Absolutely here. So, so hopefully you got to participate in some of those things over the summer here, like the Battle of the Bands, and some of the other plays and things that are happening here. If you missed them, well, now you can get on the stick now and for the fall here because we're about to, I guess, would you kind of say that this play maybe kind of leads us into the fall festivities, you could kind of say? I would say kind of our gateway to the fall.
We have a lot of things coming up this fall and winter. So we got a
this
full
is the first
slate.
play of our season. We have a season that starts in the fall, right?
That's the word you use, season.
Oh, man. Okay.
But we're going to kick things off this first part of October here, the 8th, 9th, and 10th, and then the following weekend, which is the 15th, 16th, and 17th. The play is called Unnecessary Farce, and it's romantic drama, very serious. And, sure is. I kid.
Yeah.
It's a cops and robbers, mystery whodunit comedy, basically, kind of, right? It's I guess that would be a good descriptor of it. Kind of a sophisticated Keystone Cops type thing, I guess you could maybe say.
I don't know about that.
It's a farce. If Gina has the best description of farce and what that means in the theater.
Like how comparable to like a Naked Gun type movie? Like, or is the comedy in that same
similar
vein? I guess you could say.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah. So if you have the comedy like I like, then this is going to be your jam.
Yeah, it's fast paced, a lot of action, a lot of in and out of doors. I mean, that's a farce. You always have a lot of doors. A farce is also where the audience knows more than the characters know.
You're seeing the whole story while some of the characters only see half the story.
Correct.
And so it's kind of like, don't do this though. Kind of like when you watch the thrillers movies and someone's like, someone's behind that door, don't open it.
Right.
Same kind of deal.
So it's a lot of fun. It's 2 cops. They're setting up a sting operation in 2 hotel rooms, 2 adjoining rooms.
Okay.
And they're trying to catch the bad guy on video, confessing. And so, but there's twists and turns. Twists and turns.
Hilarity ensues.
Hilarity ensues.
So basically, it's like a cop version of our football game broadcasts where we're trying to get this, but like 20 things go wrong.
A little bit.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
So we don't laugh at ours.
Yeah.
We make noises, but not laughing.
Right. That's right.
Well, cool. So this is a lot of fun, just a good fun night out. Family friendly? Is this all family? Bring the kids, everything, or is this more of a date night type?
Right.
Type
This is a little naughty.
Okay.
This show has adult themes, adult situations.
So probably leave the kid a sitter for the kids or something like that, and make this a couples or friends night.
This is
out,
a date night show.
It's a date night show. It's definitely a little naughty humor.
I love that because I get it. I love family friendly. I love when we have as much because you need that. But you also need things that aren't for the kids. You need things for partners to strengthen their relationships with, and unfortunately we tend to not create as many of those. We create things to bring the kids. And by the way, you can dump the kids off over here while we do, but it's not really. No. This make it a date. Go get you dinner. Go. Maybe add a third little part of your event there, and then cap it off with a performance at the Roswell Community Little Theater.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
Or change your order. Maybe like to eat late. Go to the play and then eat. I don't care if you do you, but make it a thing and make it. Treat. We especially if for couples. I should take this own advice myself, but it's easy, especially when you've been married or been together for a very long time. It's easy to take each other for granted, and especially if you got kids. The kids always get first priority. It's just the way it is. Use this as a reminder to make your spouse, your partner, that special person. Go have. And the beauty of this is, guys will love this because it's funny, it's comedy. It's not like a musical where everything's very singy and generally things that women swoon over, and guys are like, when's the game on? You know what I mean?
And there's a little man humor in it. There's some stuff that guys will be snickering and their wives will be nudging with their elbow.
So when you drag a husband or something, you come to light play, and of course they come kicking because that's nothing to do with tools or sports. They'll be like, oh, that was funny. This was, and I don't care what you need to do. If there are guys, particularly if they're like a guy my age, and they are of the same mental capacity, just hit them with Naked Gun and these references and say, you love those? This is going to be right in that same thing. You're going to love it.
That's right.
And I know it'll happen. They'll probably go in mumbling and grumbling, and then about 10 minutes into the first act, their teeth's out and they're laughing and like, glad you came, and they'll give you some offhanded like, well, it's not that fun, but they're really, I know the move. But what I mean is, use this as that opportunity. Come do something special for your family, or if you got a bunch of friends that just love the same thing, make it a girls' night or guys' night out and have some fun with it. If you're not. If you're free, we'll just call you that. If you're free to do your own thing,
it's pretty amazing. I've been involved with the theater about a year now, and so I've seen people, like the guys, the husbands who get drug along to a show, and then like the next show, here they are again, and they're kind of like, they give you kind of look like, well, nothing else to do tonight, so I figured I'd come back, and then you see them for the show after that, they're kind of like, hey, how's it going? So it's. Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun, but come on, it's Roswell. There's not a whole lot to do here, and having something that you can get away for the night that's not a movie or not a bar And
that's what I want to get. I want people to go out of their comfort zone a little bit. And this is one of those easy ones because it doesn't require really any extra effort. It's not like you have to learn a new language or something.
Right.
You just come out and enjoy something that maybe you've never tried before, something you haven't done very often. I guarantee. Now, granted, I know there's some people like, oh, I've had kids. I've been to a ton of school plays. I'm good. This is different. This is adults having fun. And now. It's live theater. Yeah. Anything can happen. It is what it is.
It can.
But
and will.
This isn't like your kids' play where everyone's showing the camera on there. It's like going to Broadway. It's a Broadway show basically. You're going out for the show and that experience and come out, get a little dressed up if you want. You don't have to.
No, but come on out. Have fun.
Come in t-shirts and shorts, no big deal. But if you want to make it like a formal thing and get put on something that requires a tie or a dress and do that, and by all means, you embrace it, make it your own event here. But
absolutely.
Come and have fun and come and enjoy it. Now, as is the rule, generally speaking, if if you want to get tickets, especially if it's not opening night, get them earlier rather than later because opening night, I mean, it sells out and everything. But generally after opening night and people see it, they start getting tickets for second shows. They'll bring other friends or so. If you want to guarantee the night you want and the seat, the time you want, everything like that, go ahead and go to the website, get your tickets now, or call them and reserve your tickets. That way. Now, of course, you'll be able to get tickets at the door and things like that. But just especially if you're going to make it a full date experience and try to do, fellas, part of making a good date is planning. It doesn't even necessarily be the grandiose thing, but if you put a little time and effort and thought to it, that's what your spouse would appreciate.
That's right. Yeah.
So, think about it. So use this to show that you have this ability.
There you go,
and
guys.
then,
date night, maybe give her a card, put the tickets inside. I mean, come on, dinner, tickets.
Get a bottle of champagne or something.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
Maybe make reservations at a restaurant, too, while you're
wow.
at it.
Oh, hey, now, let's not get too fancy.
Treat them out for a go night now, or you don't have to do any of the things and make it a fun night. And it's like, we've been formal all week. Get your T-shirts on, get your shorts on, go grab a burger at McDonald's, and then come on out to the play. Whatever,
that's right.
Whatever sounds awesome to you, you do that. But we'd love to have you come be a part of this. Come enjoy. I guarantee, I don't care what your thoughts are on live theater and all that, whether you're like, oh, that's not my thing. Once you get there, go down, sit your butt down, and just kick back and enjoy it. You're going to love it. You're going to have fun. It's comedy. It's TV, but with live people.
That's right. And the cool part is these are your friends and neighbors and coworkers. We're all community members. We're all volunteers.
Sure.
We put in hundreds of hours, and we don't get a dime from this. It's all about the satisfaction of doing it. So that passion really adds to it. I think
absolutely.
And I would also say you get to see a side of your friends that you don't necessarily see sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many times I've gone to plays and things, and there'll be members of the cast that I know from the community. Pastors in our churches, or the insurance agent up the street, or your real estate agent. And you know them in those forms.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, that's the guy that sold me my house. Wait a minute, why is he skipping around? It's like, you don't see that side of him. And you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Especially with people that are kind of businessy. You know what I mean? I've met a couple people and I talk to them and they're real nice, but you don't think of them as cut loose types, And next thing you know, you see them on their tipple toes twinkling around up on stage or dressed up as some kind of animal or something. You're like, wow, check them out. I never thought. So, I mean, there's that much to it, too.
The rumors were true.
Well, I mean, it's just, you're just going, wow, I didn't think Pastor so-and-so would be singing and dancing like that. That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
That's what the beauty of local live theater brings to you. So you see your friends and neighbors and people, sometimes you kind of know. It's like, wait a minute, isn't that the guy that works at the grocery store? Yeah, look at him. I know he can play guitar. And, that's the cool part of community theater. You kind of learn things about people that sometimes they kind of hide under a basket or a bushel there.
Well, a prime example would be our lead female character, who is a woman I am quite familiar with because it is my wife.
Oh!
And she has always been behind the scenes. She's, she does lights, she does sound, she does backstage work.
Good news is she's very boisterous. She's a person that's not
my wife,
shy.
so yeah, she's definitely
that's
not
going
shy.
to be her advantage. But yes, you're right. She's generally She's the one running the light, not the one in the light.
And she has always swore, I am never getting on stage. I'm perfectly happy behind the scenes. And this time we've got her up on stage, and I think she's killing it. Of course, it's up to the director, but she's having a great time. And it's fun for me as somebody who likes being on stage to see her kind of developing that passion for it and, seeing what it is that excites me so much when I get up there.
Nice. Gotcha.
So it's nice to see that. Yeah.
So at the house, there is dueling egos now since everyone's on the front of the stage now.
At the house, at the house right now, it's a lot of leave me alone. I'm working on my lines.
Oh, yeah.
So, she's sitting there with her headphones on and she's talking out loud. And I'm like, what? Oh, she's doing her lines again. But yeah, a lot of that.
Well, let me ask you that part, Gina. When it comes to the working side, what's generally, especially for your main actors and things, how many hours are these folks on average putting in, you think? I mean, obviously you have your formal practices, but just guesstimating. I mean, how, like when they decide to do a play, how much of their week is consumed by this? It's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a big commitment. We're trying to do the best show that we can, and that's going to require some time. So, we rehearse 3 to 4 times a week. And then the rest of the time, sometimes more, and the rest of the time, you should be at home studying your lines.
Yeah. So, and that's why I want to point out is like the cast, the crew, everyone works really hard to do the amazing job with this. And that's why I want you guys to come out and see this stuff. Come out and see. If you've never been before, make it. I know we have our regulars. We have people that come out all the time, and we love them and appreciate them. But I would love to see some new people that normally don't think of Broadway and theater as a form of entertainment. And I think plays like this are perfect.
Yeah.
Because granted, those type of people you mention, the biggest plays on the planet, unless it's Monty Python, they're kind of like, I'm not touched. You know what I mean? You throw Shogun out there, or just some iconic, Broadway plays, and most people that aren't in the theater are like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to see Les Miserables or whatever.
Right.
But something like this, Unnecessary Farce, it's a broad, a theater play, everything, but it's subject matter you can relate to. It doesn't feel like well, let's face it, like Les Miserables, you're like, I feel like I'm too not sophisticated to watch something like, you know what I mean?
You don't want to feel emotionally exhausted when you leave a play.
I feel like I'm too stupid for something like that.
Right.
This sounds more but this is why I think plays like this make theater something that all of us can enjoy, even the people that don't necessarily look for this as a form of entertainment.
Right,
so I'd say use this as that play to get you some of that foot in the door and say, hey, that was fun and cut up and goofy and a little risque and, nothing like I expected. I kind of thought it was going to be, Begat This and Shakespeare and, and then they sang a song and I was like, some people love that. I get it, but that's not everybody's cup of tea.
That's right.
And so I think people that don't like theater, they tend to lean that way. So use this as that intro into checking out theater. Maybe ladies, and I'm saying ladies because usually it's guys that are more abrasive on this. Not always, but usually. If you're looking for a show to kind of get their feet wet into theater and you wanted to bring them, I think Unnecessary Farce might be the perfect one for them.
Right.
Because it's at a level that they're going to appreciate and laugh. It doesn't require, a lot of investment into the story.
That's right.
Like you know what I mean? It's just, you can sit back and have a good time for 2 hours.
Your brain's not going to have to work very hard to enjoy this.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, the less it works, probably the more you'll enjoy it.
The better.
Yeah. The funnier the
That's right. Yeah. So, yeah.
But good news is you got evening and matinee opportunities.
Yes.
Opening weekend will be October 8th, 9th, and 10th. The 8th and 9th will be 7:30 p.m. performances. That's Friday and Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoon at 2:30.
Yes.
And then we'll do it all over again the next weekend, October 15th, 16th, and 17th. Again, 7:30 p.m. for the Friday and Saturday night performances. Sunday afternoon at 2:30. You can probably the best place to get advance tickets is probably the theater's website.
That's right.
RoswellTheater.com. It's Roswell TheaTre, not
the fancy spelling.
Yes, the one you hold your pinky up.
That's right.
.com, and then you can get your tickets for Unnecessary Farce. You'll find them right there. There's Dropbox. You'll see when you get there. You'll see order tickets, and you click the tab, and then you'll see a Dropbox what nights and dates you want you pick that.
That's right.
And then you just follow the check boxes, and voila. And then they'll have your tickets when you get there the night of the performance.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if I can, I would like to send. We've had some great help from the community with this play. We've had some people, that's a thing about community theaters. We're nonprofit, so we don't have a lot of money. We put on these plays probably with a lot less money than some people might spend at a bar on a good evening. We'll put on an entire production. So, having the community members who help us out, and I want to say Blair's Trading Post was awesome. This takes place in hotel rooms, and we needed hotel room furniture.
I'm sure they had a lot of good stuff that would make great set
Talk
pieces.
to Gary and Debbie down there, and they're like, you tell us what you need. We'll get it for you.
Yeah,
And so they're letting us borrow some furniture, which helps, it's when it comes to a play, it's all about the set and having, when people look and it looks like a hotel room, it immerses them.
It sells the story to the audience.
You're so again, great thanks to Gary and Debbie at Blair's Trading Post. Roswell Donuts is helping us out, and also Yolanda at Candlewood Inn and Suites. Thank you very much. We needed hotel room stuff and like those little door hangers and the little small stuff
all the
that makes
accents that make
the hotel room. She's like, you tell me what you need and I'll get it for you. So again, thank you very much to her. So.
Yes, everyone has been very supportive and amazing.
Well, community theater cannot do it without support. There's been businesses and individuals. Every single production that happens on the stage in there's a group of people or businesses that help make that happen.
Yeah.
Every single time. And there's the usual cast of characters, and like I said, now you got some new ones in the fold for this, which is great to see too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you're an individual organization and you would like to be a part of this, the Roswell Community Theater is constantly, they have a great warehouse part of that's part of the theater there, that they keep a lot of great costumes and things. But, well, when you do stories that can cover anything from very old to into the future, you got to get creative on what you got on site and what you don't. And it's hard to do a play in the 40s when everyone's dressed like the 80s.
That's right.
Doesn't, or they're sitting on couches that look like from the 80s and not the 40s. That's very key on that. So, and unfortunately, people just don't have furniture from the 40s laying around that they can keep. So you guys store it, keep it when you need it, and things like that. So if you're going through your stuff and you're planning yard sales or planning on cleaning out stuff, go through there. If you think of some things that might look good is like furniture or clothing or even like vases and knick-knack stuff.
Unique items are what is always the toughest for us to find.
Even phones and things would be handy, because they're all props.
Pictures, you got old pictures laying around. We have a hallway that's just filled with pictures because, when you have a play and you're trying to make your set, you want to pick something that kind of matches your set.
Sure.
So, you just kind of walk. But, all that stuff is great. And construction materials right now with the cost of stuff. If you got some extra wood laying around, if you got some screws, materials, anything like that, please feel free to donate it to us.
Okay.
We had to locate 8 doors for this play, which was not very easy, trying to find 8 similar doors.
Especially in a world of COVID where everyone's wanting doors for actual door
to like keep
purposes.
to keep out the evil, right?
Not just for a play, but...
But so but little stuff you have laying around, and it's cool because we get every time we do the show, we seem to get a call from a couple people who are like, "Hey, come by, I got a couch you can have or something." So we really do appreciate that, and it really does help us out.
It does, absolutely does. So please, next time you're going through stuff and you're doing that, please give a call to the theater or shoot it. Probably if you're a Facebooker. Facebook user, just shoot a message on there. Someone will get you and say, "Hey, I got a bunch of stuff. Would y'all like it? Would you use it?"
Absolutely.
Because theater, some people are there, sometimes not, just depending on when you call. And it's a lot of volunteers.
I think we have an answering machine. It might be the only one still in existence, but we have an answering machine there.
Well, if it's got a cassette tape in it, I'll be very impressed.
It's a reel-to-reel. It's an old one, the old Vodafone. Remember that one?
I got a mini disc or a mini cassette. It's fancy ones.
Right.
But love folks, get involved. Certainly come out to the play, be a part of it here. Also, we kind of want to tease you on a couple of things that we want to put on your radar for later in the fall too. Let's go ahead and kind of tease us with some of the things that we want to put on people's radar, even though we got unnecessary fars. Again, that's October 8th, 9th, and 10th, 15th, 16th, 17th. But right on the heels of that, we've got other things and other events coming up that we want you to know about and participate too.
Yeah. So one thing we're doing is we are starting an improv group at the theater. And we've been trying to get this going since the beginning of the summer. It's been a little tough with COVID and everything, and we've been busy at the theater. So getting everybody together and schedules have been tough. But they are planning their first show on October 1st at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And it's just an improv show. It's, come out and see some folks just trying to make you laugh for a little while. And the big thing is we want people to participate. This is a community theater. You're all welcome to come be part of it.
So when we think of improv show, would a good visual be like what if you watch Whose Line Is Anyway, something similar to that type of show? Look at that vein, and like there'll be cards with subject and materials to kind of give the actors on the stage their direction, and then they take that card and go with it.
And crazy props and things, little stuff like that. So that's one thing that we've been working on. We're getting it up and running. But October 1st, 7 p.m. is our first show. It's $8. Come out. Yeah. Just watch it. And, if you want to be involved, all you got to do is ask, man. We'll get you up there on stage next time. You could come to rehearsals and be involved in it. So that's one thing we've got going on.
Or if you just walk around and start cracking jokes, and then if you crack enough, people start laughing. Like, you should be in here. And then you push them.
There you go. That's right. Yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. If you're the one everybody's always groaning at, you're probably perfect for us. Yeah. Perfect.
Hey, there's a thin line between a groan and a guffaw.
That's right. That's right. And it's subjective, Right. You may have groaned to me. That was a win right there. That was a victory.
Yeah, tough crowd. I mean,
that's right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Also, so we are very excited. We're partnering with the Kiwanis Club.
Cool.
On November 6th, we are doing a concert. It's a tribute band for Simon and Garfunkel. And these guys are supposed to be really good. I've seen some videos of it. It's supposed to be really good. There's going to be 2 shows, one at 2 p.m. and one at 7:30 p.m. Tickets for $28. For the regular tickets, we have some VIP tickets for $40, which will include like backstage and getting to meet the band and stuff.
The players.
And the cool thing is we're partnering with the Kiwanis. This is a benefit. They're trying to build a playground for autistic children here in Roswell.
Park.
Yes, an all-inclusive park. And so they get benefited by it. The theater gets, we get helped out a little bit by it. And plus, it's bringing something different to Roswell. Should be a fun night. These guys are really good, and come out and enjoy it. Have fun.
And to be honest, I would, if you're the younger folks, go check it out, because obviously people that are kids are in their 20s and probably even 30s at this point are probably not very familiar with a lot of Simon and Garfunkel, But to be honest, they've had so much work that's you probably know and don't even realize is Simon and Garfunkel. And let's face it, if you're a musician or into music, I think you love like folk or even rock music, you have to kind of study the path to get there. And Simon and Garfunkel is like if you're a folk and if you love that kind of music and you're not familiar with that, you're kind of not doing a service to folk music.
It's kind of Americana.
That's Simon and Garfunkel. So use it as a reminiscing or remember, I love that song and do this. Or expose Simon and Garfunkel to our younger folks for the first time and get them a chance to appreciate that music and why much of it's still timeless to this day. Now, granted, music's subjective like everything else. Some people, I love rock music. You ain't getting a metal concert with Simon and Garfunkel. I hate to tell you, but as far as just deep melodic music and just messages, and I mean, what's going to happen is you're going to hear the concert and go and hear the songs, and about 2/3 of the songs you're going to be I know that song and didn't even realize that was a Simon and Garfunkel song.
Well, it's like what is it? Sound of Silence. Disturbed has redone it, so it's on the radio all the time with a different band singing it. But so somebody's going to come in, they're going to be like, I know that song, but it's weird to hear it this way. But that's how we all heard it growing up.
The original.
Yeah, exactly.
But and what's the date on the that concert again?
So that's November 6th. That's Saturday, and there's actually 2 shows that day. There's a matinee at 2, and then another one at 7:30.
All right, so whichever you prefer, get your tickets for. Are those tickets available at the Roswell Theater website?
They are available online, and it's going to be weird for this show because normally we're kind of a what would you call it? General admission seating.
This one's got assigned seats.
This will have assigned seats because we do have a VIP section.
Well, this is, like you said, you're partnering with the Kiwanis, so it's a little different than a Roswell community little theater production. So some of the rules are a little different. For this one. So there'll be assigned seats. You'll be it'll be more like I guess you could say like if you went on Broadway and bought tickets and did it that way, and sit where you're assigned to and all. It'd be more in that vein, but. And if I remember right, they do like what I call the Chautauqua of the Simon and Garfunkel. Like when they're up there, they are Simon and Garfunkel, aren't they?
But it's a husband and wife, but I think they harmonize really good together. And Simon and Garfunkel kind of had a harmony thing going. And
so they're not wearing the suits and the haircuts like some.
I believe. Well, you never know.
She might look weird in a Simon or Garfunkel clothing.
But it's an acoustic set, so it's not going to be loud. You're not going to walk out of there like some concerts with your head banging for the next 2 days.
It'll just pleasant. It's Simon and Garfunkel.
Exactly.
I mean, it's that music you listen to, and it's like easy listening, or something that kind of makes tone-setting music, or just established. You want nice little romantic, even some cases too. And some of their songs are very romantic as well. So, maybe using it to rekindle some passions with your partners.
That's right.
More fun later.
That's right.
Little Simon and Garfunkel to get the tone moving.
That's right. Oh yeah, baby.
Very cool. What else we got on the horizon here we want to let folks know about?
Well, I just wanted to remind everyone Santa's talent search is coming up again.
Christmas is just around the corner. I know it's September, but December will be here before you know it.
Absolutely. So get your acts together, start working up your music.
I guess we could say this is the second annual Christmas Talent Showcase, I guess you could call it.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun last year.
It was a lot of fun. I was very glad you guys asked me to be a part of it. It was fun. If you missed it last year, we had several, I don't know, about a dozen acts or so, singers,
couple bands.
Yeah. We had quite a few musicians. We had there was no stand-up comedy or anything. Most of this was all music on
Not this time, yeah.
But it's game on. If you got a talent, think of America's Got Talent. Maybe leave some of the freak show stuff behind. But because we don't want to shoot nobody out of a cannon.
No juggling flaming chainsaws, please.
Maybe not that. But yeah, if you want to tell comedy, or if you got maybe you're a ventriloquist or
dance routine, got a pretty decent sized stage. You could certainly hurt yourself up there if you wanted to.
Absolutely, yeah, do anything, and of course, singing, performing music, all that. It's a talent show. If you got talent, bring it on the stage, and we'll have some fun. And who knows, maybe you can win some prize money.
Absolutely, yeah. Cash money for prizes. And so start getting your act together.
You can't read my writing.
No.
Did you want to ask Mike something about the show?
Yes, we wanted to see if you would be willing to be a judge again this year.
I would be happy to. I would love to. Now, awesome. Do you want me to Grinch it up again, or are we going something new?
Yeah, no, we're sticking with the theme. So it's Santa's talent search.
Okay.
And so the Grinch and the Sugar Plum Fairy and the Abominable Snowman will be there to help.
They'll be back as well?
Yes, to help.
And if you didn't see Mike's Grinch costume last year, seriously, you guys, I don't know if there's pictures of it online, but it looked really amazing. He went all out.
He looked great.
We had fun. It was a lot of fun, and it'll be similar to next year. I think the judging criterion stuff might be a little different than this year than last, but it'll be just like last year. The talent comes on. We're gonna have great. We want to pack the house and get audience participation and cheer on your favorite acts and things. But
that's right.
But we would love to have you come out, and I think, like I said, we'll tell you more as it comes, but it'll be very similar, but there'll be a few changes from last year.
Yeah.
Anytime you do something and you want to do things to streamline it, make it better. And so hopefully we've instituted a few changes, you guys, that will kind of be noticeable.
Tell you something we'd love to see this year is we'd love to see some businesses get together and maybe put together like a group, you got all the folks back in the office who do all the paperwork. We'll see if they want to get together and sing a Christmas carol or something.
Absolutely.
Let's have some businesses come in and
maybe we can even create rivalries. Maybe you got a bigger business. Maybe you got a bigger business with more employees, and the accounting office can take on the production office.
That's right.
Something like that.
There you go. There's a lot of opportunities there.
Entertaining for everybody, but you guys are kind of also intercompete and see who does better in the stores.
That's right.
And the possibilities are endless here.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Maybe you're a nonprofit organization that wants to do a comedy skit to get your name out there.
That's right.
Better. Maybe your church group and say, hey, we're going to use this as a pulpit to promote our youth group, and we're going to do one of our skits or plays up here as part of it. You can use it for promotion of your own thing or something too. That's what it's here for. And, and certainly if you're a band, Sycamore Flood.
Sycamore Flood did our Battle of the Bands, and I heard their advertisement a little while ago. They're using already made it big time. They're looking for some new members already.
Yeah, using this as a platform to go bigger with it.
That's right.
And that's if you want to use this as that, absolutely. If you just want to come have some fun and sing some songs and let's all cut it up and have some fun together, we can do that too.
Right.
I will tell you this. I don't care even if you don't have talent, please come out and watch it. Trust me, you're going to be blown away. There's going to be at least one or two, probably more, of the contestants, and you're going to think, oh my goodness, that came out of that little person's mouth, or that was done by this person. Last year I'm seeing, some young men and women that they just look like kids, they're having a good time. And next thing you know, they sound like Pavarotti up there. And you're just like, wow, what just happened? That was impressive.
Maya was amazing, who was our overall winner.
And she was one, but that's just great. I mean, all of those guys, the competitors, singers.
Little Corbin, my little buddy Corbin, I see him running around the theater. He's part of our kids program at the theater. And he was up there playing piano. And I mean,
I would never have the gumption or the ability to do that thing at his age that he did.
I was so proud of him. I was so proud of him.
Yeah,
and
I
know he's going to be back. I think his brother's going to join him this year. So I think he's going to have his brother up there with him.
If they're coming twice, they always have to up your game from the other one.
Yeah.
You got to go big.
Yeah.
So how it works.
That's
all
right.
of our competitors were amazing last year. I cannot wait to see the variety of talent.
Absolutely.
And I think they all had a blast. I mean, it seems like everybody we talked to was like, okay, are we doing it again next year?
Yeah.
So that's always a good sign when everybody wants to come back.
As far as submitting entries and things, when is that going to be available here? Probably in a couple weeks here, maybe?
Yeah, we'll have some dates for you next time when we come.
Okay. Keep checking back on the website and the Facebook page if you're really antsy here. But like I said, we'll announce when the entry part goes live here. And then, and you know what? Again, like you said, you want to see some businesses compete. If you'd like to help and support and sponsor too, Sec Decor, things like that. I know last year's event could not have happened without some great businesses.
Chimera donated
Christmas
some beautiful trees last year
and some set decor and things. It was a much better performance because of those things they donated and volunteered to us. So
absolutely,
if there's businesses again would like to, maybe you don't have enough talent to put on an act in the show, but you're like, you know what? No, I would love to donate some decor or donate some money to
donate a few bucks for the prize fund. That's one of the things that's cool about this.
Hey, we'll call it the blah 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 business big winner.
Exactly.
Here.
Yeah, you have won the so and so whatever. Yeah, exactly. We can do that absolutely because businesses be part of the community. It's tax deductible. We're a nonprofit. It's a really great way to get your name out to a bunch of people and help support your community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just saw the time. We need to wrap it up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like, uh-oh, we're going to get
We tend to get yapping, as theater folk.
Again, don't forget Unnecessary Farce, October 8th, 9th, and 10th, and October 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Right.
All performances at the Roswell Community Theater. The Friday and Saturday nights are 7:30 performances. The Sundays are 2:30 matinee performances. Right. Again, get tickets at roswelltheater.com, TheATRE.com. Also, look for more information on the talent show here. Any of the kids, the CAPS program, too. If you've got kids and you want to get them exposed to some more theater and things like that, please go to the Roswell Theater website, learn more about their kids' arts programs called CAPS. Matter of fact, they've got an event coming up here in a few weeks in October at the Historical Society. Think of their Graveside Manor. That's one of their annual events that's kind of they're known for, where they do they'll dress up as some of the famous people that now call the South Park Cemetery home, and tell folks about them. And they're going to do something similar at the Historical Society here in a few weeks. So get involved. RoswellTheater.com is the website. Look for Roswell Theater on Facebook. If you have questions, anything, shoot them out there. And then, of course, if you're interested and want to be a part of it, please reach out. Shoot a message.
Oh, let me throw this out real quick. I forgot to mention this. Auditions for the next play, which is Alethia's directed. Anyway, October 11th and 12th. So in between the 2 weeks of our play, we're auditioning for the next play. It'll be at 7 p.m. So if you want to come audition, there you go.
Very good. Yeah, come, and then come to one of the performances, see what it's all about and everything, and then come out the next day and break a leg.
Exactly. Thank you so much for having us on, Mike.
Yes, really thank you, Mike.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time, and can't wait to Grinch it up again with you guys.
Awesome.
We are so excited about it.
Other than driving. Drive safe, New Mexico.
Paid for by the New Mexico Department of Transportation and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and the station.
For over 55 years, Sierra Blanca Motors has been serving the families of Southeast New Mexico with quality new and pre-owned vehicles. When you are ready to find your new Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Buick, Chevy, or high-quality pre-owned vehicle, visit our Roswell location at 720 South Main Street or visit our location on Highway 70 in Ruidoso. And don't forget, you can see our entire lineup of vehicles at SierraBlancaMotors.com. Sierra Blanca Motors is a proud supporter of the Eastern New Mexico State Fair.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. China has more English speakers than the United States. They have more Chinese speakers, too. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 7:59. Stay tuned next hour, about 8:15 or so. Donna Oracion with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell will join us for her monthly visit to keep us up to date on what's happening out at ENMUR. Then around 8:45 or so, I believe it'll be Andrea Stapp with the Chavez County Extension Office joining us. And she's the 4-H agent. Well, she's kind of doing everything, I think, right now. But so I imagine we'll talk a little bit about Eastern New Mexico State Fair, talking about of course, they last week had the Junior Livestock Expo out statewide here in Roswell last week. So I imagine we'll talk a little of that with Andrea next hour. And then don't forget the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15 or so, we're going to have the folks from the Chavez County Health Council join us. Coming up here later on, I believe on the 27th, they've got a UNM vaccine listening session. You can win prizes and everything, but it's information about the vaccine, so get the straight skinny. So we'll talk about that with them in the 9 o'clock hour. It's 8 o'clock, Town Hall News up next.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The UN General Assembly hears from President Biden later today. Correspondent Julie Walker in New York says in his speech, Mr. Biden will appeal for closer cooperation on a series of vexing issues.
But the president's facing skepticism from allies expecting greater cooperation following Donald Trump's America First approach. Biden has been out of sync with friendly nations on the chaotic ending to the U.S. war in Afghanistan. He's faced differences over how to go about sharing coronavirus vaccines with the developing world and over pandemic travel restrictions. And there are questions about the best way to respond to military and economic moves by China. Biden also finds himself in the midst of a fresh diplomatic spat with France after announcing plans along with Britain to equip Australia with nuclear-powered submarines.
It will be Mr. Biden's first address to the world body. If Democrats suspend the government's debt limit, allowing Uncle Sam to borrow even more money, looks like they'll have to go it alone. Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell saying that Republicans cannot support plunging the government even deeper in debt.
This isn't about the past. It's about the future. And Democrats want to build a partisan future without our input. So Democrats will not get bipartisan facilitators for their purely partisan spending binge.
Senate Democratic leader Schumer accusing Republicans of playing politics. The manhunt for Gabby Petito's boyfriend continues as authorities prepare to conduct an autopsy on the body of a woman found in Wyoming. Petito disappeared during a cross-country trip with Brian Laundrie. He returned home alone to Florida before he went missing. Police describe him as a person of interest as they investigate the disappearance of Petito. Stocks sharply higher on Wall Street. Right now, the Dow up 227 points. The Nasdaq ahead 74. The S&P up 22 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
One listener that stands out that I work with was this older couple that was interested in refinancing. They reached out to a few different lenders. Their credit wasn't the best. I know some of these other bigger banks, you just won't hear back from them, which I cannot stand. Not everybody has the 780 credit scores, and just because you don't qualify at one time doesn't mean that you'll never qualify. I'll walk you through what you have to do, whether it's 2, 3, 6 months from now. Back to that older couple, we worked with them for months and months to improve their credit, and we were able to get the loan done. We were saving them hundreds each month, thousands of dollars a year, finally got themselves into a situation financially that they can handle, and they could start saving money each month for retirement. End of the day, they just could not be happier, which just put a huge smile on my face.
We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
A third Russian facing charges over his alleged involvement in 2018 poisonings in England, which left 3 people critically ill and 1 dead.
Police say Denis Sergeyev was the third man in the operational team sent to the UK to carry out the Novichok attacks in March 2018. While the 2 previously named suspects went to Salisbury to smear nerve agent on Sergei Skripal's door handle, Sergeyev stayed in London but met them on a number of occasions. Security sources describe him as the on-the-ground commander for the operation. The police have also, for the first time, formally said the team belonged to the GRU, Russian military intelligence.
That's the BBC's Gordon Carrera. Several small earthquakes shook the Spanish island of La Palma off northwest Africa, keeping nerves on edge as rivers of lava flow toward the sea and a new vent blew open on the mountainside. News and analysis, townhall.com. A court in Rome rejecting a request by Venezuela to extradite its former oil czar to face corruption charges. The court citing the country's human rights record.
A lawyer for Rafael Ramirez says the Court of Appeals recognized he needs international protection. Ramirez is the longtime head of Venezuela's PDVSA state oil company. He fled to Italy after falling out with President Nicolas Maduro and resigning as Venezuela's UN ambassador in 2017. Soon thereafter, Venezuela's chief prosecutor ordered his arrest on charges of bankrupting the country's primary source of income. Ramirez has called the Venezuelan probe retaliation for his decision to break with Maduro, who he is accused of running Venezuela's once thriving oil industry into the ground. Keith Peters reporting.
It's official, COVID-19 now the deadliest pandemic ever in the U.S., that according to Johns Hopkins University. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number, and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Buenos Cooler Tuesday, everybody.
Yes.
It is a smidge cooler.
Dude, I think you got me sold.
Yeah?
Yeah, before I head down south to Teja, I'm going to go home and grab myself my long sleeve t-shirt.
LST.
Heck yeah. Now I'm just trying to figure out which one I'm going to go with. Do I go with the jungle green body and the gray arms? Or do I go with the one that's the gray on the arms and the white in the... How confident am I that I'm going to be able to keep lunch off of me, I guess is the question.
Yeah. I'm probably a month behind you.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy a good long sleeve t-shirt right now. But my bigger jam is long sleeve t-shirt hoodie.
I was going to say hoodies. No, I wouldn't even say long sleeve t-shirt hoodies because that feels a little thin.
Well, I want the thinner.
Hoodie season is officially like 2 weeks after fall starts.
Yeah. Well, see, I've got a couple of hoodies that are not wafer thin, but more t-shirt than hoodie.
The two hoodies that I have access to right now are stupid thin. They're like, they shouldn't even exist. Yeah. I got them from a Loot Crate. to put things into perspective, kids, Loot Crate was the thing that used to come to your mailbox if you ordered it every month.
Yeah.
Just nonsense.
Yeah, it's not as cool as the bacon one.
And the two that I have are, one is a D&D hoodie, and it's cool, but it's super thin.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't really serve any purpose. Other than breaking wind, I think. It breaks wind. It is a windbreaker.
It loves cash.
That's right. It breaks wind. The other one, and you won't get this reference, is Mr. Meeseeks.
I do not get that reference.
It's bright blue. It's from Rick and Morty.
Okay.
It's just a bunch of Meeseeks faces all over it. And it's kind of hard to wear when you're in your mid-30s.
I tend to do my long sleeve t-shirt / hoodie shopping in gift shops for some reason. So I've got a Grand Canyon one.
Nice.
I've got one from a missile silo in Tucson. I got one from the Tucson Roadrunner hockey team. I got one from, I got a plain green one that I just had a wild hair and said, you know what? I want one that
go green.
It just does not say anything. And because I, generally speaking, most of my T-shirts and things, I'm blankless when it comes to messages. I'm not a.
I used to be as I'm wearing a graphic tee. I used to be a hardcore the graphic tee guy, but I went through a real long and you were there for that.
Yeah,
a real long phase where I was just wearing just solid color tees.
Yeah, I do that a lot. That's my world.
Yeah, I get those phases.
Yeah,
I'm more expressive these days.
I used to be heavier in like the '90s in my Air Force days.
Dude, same.
I would have many graphic tees.
Oh, right.
Some of my more famous ones. Actually, my most famous one was when I was a child.
I believe okay, maybe not.
When I was a child, I went to the Army Navy surplus store near my house, and they had. That was like the precursor of graphic tees. That wasn't like when you can roll into any Target or Walmart and pick up your latest
pre-stressed
old AC/DC T-shirt
that makes it look like it's 10 years old.
Yeah. I had ones, and this one had my first one, and I was like 12. So this was like a big deal for me to have this shirt.
Right.
It was a picture of a big black T-shirt, and then in white, whatever that sticky stuff is they put on there. Not silk screening, but whatever it is.
Yeah.
Iron on, whatever. It had a big skull and crossbones. Who's calling me? Why is it?
Odd that it's coming to our line first.
Yeah, that is very odd.
Huh.
I don't know who that is, but I can't answer that.
We're going to let it ring.
That might be for you, Tanner. There might be someone letting in.
Yeah, it's weird. I didn't know they can come to this line first.
I don't know either, so I can't answer that. But anyway,
thanks for calling.
So anyway, the T-shirt I was having, it was it had a big skull and crossbones on the front.
Okay.
I don't know if it matches the saying, but it just looked cool.
Right.
And then on the top it said, if I wanted to listen to a blank hole, I would have farted. And I loved that shirt.
That's pretty good.
That was my first.
I was gonna say I had a feeling it had something to do with farting because for some reason "who farted" popped into my head.
Yeah, I was a fan of growing up listening to the Howard Stern show. And at that time, our guest is downstairs. I don't know if Tanner went. Maybe that's who that was.
Possibly.
But anyway, I went on to that was like I advanced on after that. So I got that first one, and then
that's when you can't really wear out though. I mean, like out in public or to school.
Yeah, I couldn't wear it to school or nothing, so I wore it, my neighborhood and stuff like that. I was bad. I was a bad kid.
Bad.
Tough.
Who's
ruffian.
bad?
What a ruffian. But anyway,
he's all straight to the and the whole world has to answer right there because I tell you once again, who's bad?
That's right. I walked up the street snapping.
He did. Got to the end of the street, right? It's like where the street meets the horizon. He goes, ha!
Shame on. No. Did not do that. But then it went on, and then there was a bit of a hiatus because the parents frowned upon these. So when I got on my own and I was living, Air Force, and I was like, I'm going to start. And so I had quite the collection, including the gas station service attendant pointing his finger up in the air saying, I have gas.
Oh, yeah.
I had a picture of a donkey that said hauling blank. I
literally have a shirt currently in my rotation that says I don't give a, and it's got a mouse pulling a donkey.
Yeah. Actually, this was a pickup truck with a donkey in the back of the pickup truck. Nice. Said hauling blank. I had one of my favorite ones was you know how like when you go to the hair dryer thing in the bathroom and it's got the instructions and it's got the wavy thing.
Yeah.
So it had those. It was a T-shirt with those
press for bacon.
Yeah, it was a visual instruction that says push button, receive bacon.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that shirt. I remember that one.
That was one of my favorites.
Those are good. Those are good.
So
I came up in that weird like renaissance of like where the graphic like you just like walk through the mall and at like the Miller's Outpost you would see the shirts that had like Fruit Loops on it. They would be all faded.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of those. A bunch of like ones that for some reason the one that were like Twinkies and Hostess were like the hot shirts like when I was coming up. So I had a bunch of those.
And this is if you want to get the really raunchy, inappropriate shirts. For us as a teenager in there, you had to make a trek to Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh, yeah.
And when you go to Ocean City, and that was kind of like the place where seniors go for senior trip and the beach. It's our beach area for Maryland. It's way too crowded and full of the unwashed masses. But anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, they have a boardwalk, and of course, if you ever go to a boardwalk on a beach, they got a bunch of novelties.
Oh, yeah.
Get your portraits taken, blah, 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 blah. Well, they had a lot of T-shirt shops with possibly untrademarked T-shirts and things like that. But I remember the mother of all T-shirts that was like uber offensive, that like if you wore it, you were a heathen to society, but people secretly, wow, that guy's tough. It was a picture, and I can't say the
I know
shirt.
Exactly which one you're talking about. Trix Rabbit.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly. The Trix Rabbit.
Yep. I saw that. I remember seeing that one. I'm like, no.
You're right? That was the mother of all. You're like, no, that shirt doesn't say that.
Silly blanks are for chicks.
Yeah.
It was I remember that shirt vividly, actually.
That was an OC special.
What's funny is, as you were talking about the mother, I'm like, how is he gonna mention this shirt? There's no way he's talking about the shirt I think he's talking about.
The mother of all, shirts from the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
So, but I know we were a little bit off in age, but I like to think that when you were coming up, there was your Spencer's Gifts and your Hot Top. Maybe not Hot Top.
Yeah, that was
Spencer's
more 90s,
Gifts.
but yes. 90s Spencer's was heavy.
That's where the majority of the raunchy tees came from. And now, God bless the internet, there's a web shirt called t-shirthell.com.
Now you can throw a rock and hit a foot.
There's some messed up shirts on that site, let me tell you what.
I'd like to know where the places where people wear these shirts. I'd like to say, because to be honest, especially in today's society, you're going to get lynched if you wear any of these shirts.
And that's what's legitimately stopped me from buying any of these. Because I'm like, where am I going to wear that shirt? I have to be camera ready every day.
Well, maybe I'll find that bacon one again. Everyone loves bacon. No one can be mad at bacon.
That's great. Push
Except
button,
maybe
receive bacon.
Hogs or pigs. But anyway, let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. Here in just a few minutes to get you up to date with the weather. Then Donna Oracion with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell will join us and give us an update on what's happening out at ENMUR. And then later on this hour, we're going to have, I believe it'll be Andrea Stapp at the Chaves County Extension Office, probably talking some 4-H, talking fairs, and all that good stuff with her. So that's what we got going on this hour. Before we do any of that, let's talk about your cooler, fresher weather. Here's Steve.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Following last night's cold front, it'll be a little bit cooler around the area today, but gusty wind at 20 to 30 miles per hour, upper 70s and low 80s, and we should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll be in the low 50s and clear, and then a little bit of a warm up tomorrow, highs 80 to 85 and sunny, back up to about 90 with sunshine on Thursday and breezy. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. 63 currently here in Roswell. Humidity is at 45%. Winds are blowing out of the north at 12 miles per hour. Sunny today. Expect a high near 80. Yeah, that's going to be delightful. Northwest winds, a little breezy, though. 15 to 20 in the AM hours, but they say we will see a slight decrease in winds this afternoon down to 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 52 and northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, not as warm, but warmer than today. Sunny, 84 for a high tomorrow. Winds out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear. Overnight low of 50. So chilly mornings. We're going to start seeing some of those, I think, this week, especially if we're dropping in the 50s pretty consistently now. For Thursday, during the day, sunny, highs near 90. South winds 5 to 15. Friday, mostly sunny, high of 89. And then your weekend, sunny and 87 for your Saturday. On Sunday, sunny skies. Highs expected to be once again right around 90 degrees. All right, it is 8:17, and before we take a quick break, Roswell Ford would like to thank everyone who registered and participated in their first annual 9/11 Hometown Heroes Car Show. They had over 87 vehicles on display. The 2021 Roswell Ford Hometown Hero is Joel Juarez. He received numerous nominations from the community. The Roswell Ford champion for the car show is Carol Morgan. She entered a 1956 Ford Thunderbird. The Best in Show and People's Choice Award went to Ryan Bredick, who entered a 1939 Lincoln Zephyr. It's a beautiful car. I remember seeing that. Special thank you to the judges, Sheriff Mike Harrington, Justin Powell, Joel Olive, and Dean Tippale and Robert Barola for judging this year's car show. And a special thank you to the Roswell and Dexter law enforcement and fire departments for coming out and participating too. And a big thank you to all the sponsors for this year's Roswell Ford 9/11 Hometown Heroes event. CRM Discount Awards, LGS Guns and Ammo, National Furniture Liquidators, Decor of Carlsbad, Roswell's Talk FM 106.5, Fiero 106.1 FM, KSVP AM 990 at 93.7 FM, and The Brand 92.9. Pepsi, Desmarais Plumbing Service, Keep Chavez County Beautiful, Let's Play Entertainment, La Salsa, and Suds Up Car Wash. Salsa, go for burrito right now. All right, 8:19, quick break, and then Donna Racion with ENMUR will join us on the other side. Do not go away.
As the school year comes to an end and COVID restrictions start to ease, don't lose sight of the lessons learned. Cover your cough, positive personal hygiene, respect one another, show and tell others you love them. Fiscal and social responsibility are great ways to show your love. This is Damon Graham, your local New York Life agent. I can help you show your love to others. Call me at 575-623-0803 so we can determine how you best can show your love. Expect to be blessed.
Homecoming is back on the High Plains at Eastern New Mexico University. Join us September 27th through October 2nd as we celebrate Homecoming 2021, coming back to life. Don't miss out on all the fun events, including Songfest, the Powder Puff football game, a theater performance of Blythe Spirit, and of course, the annual Homecoming Parade, tailgate, and football game versus Lincoln University on October 2nd at 6 p.m. Be sure and check out the list of events and purchase your tickets today by visiting enmu.edu/homecoming.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. In fact, they're downright funky. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2660.
Good morning, honey. Hey, I have to pick up the kids from school this afternoon. Can you call...
A home invasion can happen anytime, even when you're at home. Protect your home and the ones you love with whole home security from Zenith Security. The security experts at Zenith Security can monitor your whole home 24/7. So they're ready whether you're there or not. Call Zenith Security Services LLC at 626-3521. That's 626-3521 and get whole home security with Zenith Security Services LLC.
Score a jackpot of a great deal during the Instant Savings Vehicle event at Roswell Nissan. All in-stock vehicles have been marked down during this massive event, so odds are you'll save big. Get a 2011 Nissan Rogue, a 2013 Hyundai Veloster, a 2015 Nissan Altima, and more for only $149 a month. Or a brand new 2021 Nissan Titan 4x4 Crew Cab for under $40,000. Get a free 12-pack and spin the wheel just for stopping by. And while you're there, enter to win a multi-game table. Play to win this month at Roswell Nissan. 2111 West 2nd.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
New Mexico families are modern. New Mexico's child support program is modern too. Recent changes mean the modern child support family will benefit with job development and job opportunities, right-sized court orders, resulting in more child support payments and less debt. The Modern Child Support Family Program. Find out how it can benefit your modern family. Call 1-800-283-4465. Paid for by the Human Services Department and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning from Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell, Donna Racion back with us. Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, Mike.
Good to see you in person. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's either on the phone or on the phone.
I think.
Or when you're in, I'm on the phone.
And then you were out when I was in. So you've just missed
two ships passing in the night.
That's right. Sailors passing through the night there. Well, we both ended up in the same port this morning.
We
so
did. We're in the same port this morning. Exactly. Wish it was like a tropical port, but that's okay.
Yeah, we ended up. We didn't end up in the Bahamas or somewhere, and we're a working port.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's all right.
How are things at the college? I know you guys are full-fledged into the fall semester now.
Yes,
so.
we're trucking right along. We've got students online and students on campus.
Yeah.
And so I've gone around and visited a lot of the classrooms last week, and it was nice to see students in the desks and chairs.
Sure,
and
physically there in the buildings.
And interacting with our great instructors and just great energy on campus. And of course, we're requiring masks for everybody on campus. So everybody's being safe and to be protected while we're
whatever the state mandates are right now. That's what the college is following. So.
We're not requiring vaccinations, but we are requiring masks. So anybody that is visiting, that sort of thing, will be required to wear a mask. And we did make the decision not to have external events on campus for the moment.
Gotcha.
So,
just to keep the circles not spreading too thick.
Exactly. We don't want to generate any sort of super spreader event. So any external activity we did have to cancel.
Gotcha. Or turn virtual or something like that.
So if things, we're hoping the situation will improve and we can do that again and open up our campus again to groups that have meetings in our classrooms.
Yeah, I know. Like Leadership Roswell's one of your big. You guys support big time,
right.
and end up. So
we had
hopefully later in the year you'll be able to maybe invite them back.
So. And we know that impacted our theater group with our Performing Arts Center and. We have such nice venues on campus. We like to
use them and
open them up to the community to use. But
it's a community college. It's a college for the community, and that's all of the community, even students that aren't enrolled at the time. It's everybody. But unfortunately, COVID's kind of
so we appreciate everybody. It's kind of take everybody, the campus and the community, everybody working together to slow the transmission rate. So.
Just for clarification for people, like you said, everyone's wearing masks. Is that indoors and out on the campus?
Just indoors. Okay. Although it's optional outdoors. We do have.
You do what you feel's best for you outdoors.
Yes, we do have a lot of outside groups. We have Youth Challenge and early college, high school, and when I see those on campus, they usually are wearing masks outdoors as well. But we have a variety of
But if you're just
students.
On the campus there, or getting to classes or sitting out in the courtyard working on homework or something, that's optional.
Yes, it's optional.
But do what you feel is best for you and people around you. But once you enter the indoor spaces of the campus, please put the mask on.
Yes, and we did invest in, we held off as long as we could. We did invest in some E&MU Roswell masks,
nice.
Finally.
So if you want to show some school spirit while you're doing it.
So we've got them for our students and staff, and so we've been distributing them all around campus.
Good. So
and if someone says I don't have a mask, then
we'll find you one.
Certainly, even though we've had some before, but we had the disposable ones before, and these are nicer cloth masks.
More rewashable and usable and permanent. And
yes.
You can accessorize and so forth.
Accessorize. You can, bling or
that's right.
Dazzle or whatever.
You got to match your shirt or match your handbag or something. Yeah, it's important.
So we're excited to have some sense of normalcy on campus.
Sure.
We've had a good turnout and a good mix of students. We have had some positive cases among staff and students, but not a large number.
Sure.
Which is good.
Well, I mean, it's the world we live
everywhere,
in now. You're going to have to do what you need to do to protect families and everything else and yourself. So,
right.
One thing I did want to ask here, and I know I might be a little ahead of ourselves here, but now that we're fully ingrained into this fall semester here, I know there's going to be people thinking about the spring semester right now and registering things like that. Can they do on-campus registration or at least consultations right now, or is that still online?
No, everything is open. So our Student Services Center is open. We're fully staffed there with advisors and that sort of thing.
Okay, so if you want to enroll and do that process, but you're like, I really would like to be with someone instead of an online, no problem.
Call you can make an appointment.
Make an appointment and come in and sit down. You don't have to do it all online or over the phone anymore. You can sit down and talk to an advisor face to face.
Correct. We have all of that on campus, and then we're actually have a short section of 8-week courses that start October 11th.
Okay, so if you want to dip a toe maybe and you want to take a short class.
And a few classes, not a huge number, but we have Introduction to Computers, Desktop Publishing, Introduction to Business, Interpersonal Communication, Entrepreneurship, building construction, fire prevention, basic life support, United States history 1 and 2.
Okay.
Workplace safety and understanding OSHA construction.
So really, all these classes sound like they're geared for either people that are maybe looking to be introduced into something and saying, "Hey, I kind of want to lean in this direction, but I maybe I should take an 8-week course to see if this is something I really like," or maybe like you said, a lot of these ocean things. These are probably for people that maybe are employed with a company and looking for some certifications to advance in their careers or get something that they need in their jobs. These classes will fill those needs as well.
Right. So it's kind of a variety, and like you say, it's a lot of them are kind of introductory courses or something that will lead to
kind of give you a direction if you're
further degrees or certificates.
I don't care who you are or how old you are. If you do not have basic computer skills in this day and age, please sign up for that class.
Yes, Introduction to Computers is a great place to start.
And I'm really speaking to probably our retired folks on this one.
Right.
People like me and up and things like that where computer technology changes faster than we can. It's like, I just learned how to use the mouse and now all of a sudden everything, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just, obviously young people, it's like it's attached to them at their hip already, so maybe not so much.
Yes.
But if you are someone that has trouble navigating basic computer programs, Windows programs, Word, email, even doing social media stuff like getting on Facebook, or if you're having trouble navigating, please take the basic computer class. And trust me, at the beginning you're gonna be like, I think I got this, because it's so basic. I'm sure it's like, here's the on button.
Right.
This is it's 101 computers. This is your keyboard. This is how you interact with it. I mean, it's that basic. So you're learning from ground one. So by the end of it, you should be able to navigate the internet and your computer, at least without having to call your kids or your grandkids or someone to get you out of a mess. And I think even if you're not pursuing a degree plan or something, I think you should take that just to make your own life better. So if you want this opportunity, you got 8-week course coming up, please get registered with the college. If you haven't, it doesn't take but a few minutes, really. And then let's get you signed up.
Right. And of course, these are compressed courses. So you have to make sure that you are ready to work quickly or
gotcha.
Adapt
it's a
quickly.
faster pace because it's an 8-week course.
Right. So it's condensed from 16 weeks to 8 weeks.
Gotcha.
So it's not like it's a half of a course or anything like that.
I still think that's perfect for something like a basic computer
Yes.
class, because they're really one and done type things they're going to be teaching you there. And so you don't really need, like, I don't think it's really complicated stuff they're teaching you. It's just stuff you've never been exposed to. So it's new.
Yes.
But it's not in-depth hard stuff, is
Right.
what I mean.
And a lot of these courses are online, but the Introduction to Computers is a face-to-face course.
Well, that makes sense.
That's
twice
that
my
we,
phone's ringing in
Oh my
here. It shouldn't be
goodness.
doing that.
Well, so yes, it's a kind of a good way to kind of get introduced to the campus and that sort of thing. But our spring semester registration will start October 31st,
officially
actually,
here,
which is that Sunday.
But if you're not registered with the college, if you're not sure which direction you want to take, now's a good time to start sitting down with the advisors.
It is.
Planning that side of it. So when the 31st opens officially and you can game on, sign up for classes, you got everything done except for picking your classes.
Right. So, we see it seems kind of contrary to talking about spring when we're just a few weeks into the fall semester.
But you're always moving forward.
We're always thinking ahead, and so we're getting that spring semester schedule sorted and getting that published.
And to be honest, right now, other than like events and things or what's going on, students they kind of know what they're doing right now. They're in their classes, they're doing their class. So
they should.
So when we're talking to everyone else out here, it's like, hey, classes are going. If you missed on this semester, now's a good time to get ready for the spring. And that's what we want to remind folks. And I don't care, where your life's at, where your job's going here, adding more education, getting more things under your belt always sets you up for success down the road. Even if you're not entirely sure what direction things are going to take you, if you're in a point of your life where you're kind of trying to figure out what your next move is and you're a little undecisive or stagnant on that, then use this as that, and because that way, while you're still trying to figure it out, you're advancing.
Right.
Even if it's just a couple classes that regardless of what direction you pursue a degree plan or something like that, you've got those under your belt. They're right there. You can start now that you figured out your focus, you've got the basics under your belt and you're ready to focus on your specialty.
Exactly. And we also want to let people know, if they're not aware, we are in our expansion of our nursing program. So we are, instead of accepting new students just in the fall semester, we're also accepting new students in the spring semester.
Oh, cool.
So we're able to have almost double the number of nursing students on campus than we've had in the past. So
awesome.
We've had some additional funding and that sort of thing. So one thing we really want to let people know is if they're interested in a career in nursing, and of course, nursing is a great career field right now. The demand is so high for
Absolutely.
nurses. We have
you write your own ticket.
Yeah, applications are being accepted, and the deadline for that is November 5th.
Okay.
So that's a lot sooner than January.
You're about a month away.
Right. So we're really encouraging people, if they're interested in the nursing program, to talk with an advisor. We have Corey Fisher, who's our advisor in nursing on campus, or you can call 624-7468, and that will also get you with our nursing program.
Awesome.
And they can give you information. But again, the nursing program is very structured, and so we do have an application that's online. You go to our website to the nursing page, and there's a nursing application. So it is an acceptance program. So it takes also, it's a 2-year associate degree, but oftentimes students have to take some prerequisites.
Mm-hmm.
So it could take another semester or maybe 2 semesters more to get everything that you need. So, but it's a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
We've been named the #1 nursing ranked program in New Mexico by nursingprocess.org.
And that's something I think that's a long-standing deal here. Even if it's official, you guys get it. We've
had it for several years, and we've also been named one of the best programs in the Southwest region.
That's amazing. Well, yeah. So, ENMUR has amazing programs across the board. I'm not, every program is 5-star. However, yes, the nursing program is statewide known and widely recognized. Mainly, I'm guessing, it's a quality program, but because demand is so high for that field of study right now.
It is.
And this is why you talked earlier about you have to be accepted into the program. It's not that they're trying to, weed out the best of the best. You want good people there, but it's really to make sure, because there's such a limited number of spaces available.
Right, we have a limited number of seats we
want to make sure that those are filled with people that truly are pursuing a nursing degree. To be honest, once you get to that, we want you to pretty much make up that you're going into nursing, because the commitment, the resources and everything is such a finite space that we don't want someone to go in that's not serious and waste a spot for someone that is.
Take away a spot for somebody else.
That's the only reason. So they want to make sure you're committed to the program.
Yes, and it's a great program. We have our instructors, our faculty are wonderful. We have state-of-the-art equipment, and we have a simulation lab where students train, so they get some real great experience.
I will tell, just from my leadership Roswell and other things, I've got a chance to sightsee and tour, and they've actually, that was a few years ago for me, so they've even updated equipment.
You through the simulation lab.
Yeah, but they've even updated some of the equipment since, especially in the healthcare side. And I ain't gonna lie, some of the training devices are excellent, but boy, are they creepy. And,
they are kind of creepy. I know we always talk about that.
But they are excellent and state of the art, and it's amazing. Like I don't think you get, because most of us, we think dummies, we think of like the crash dummies from the commercials back in the day to wear your seatbelts and all those.
Right.
And these are light years. They look kind of like your CPR dummies and things, but they're way full of intelligence and things that it makes noises and stares at you and excretes things and does things. And you're just like, oh, wow. But it's all training for healthcare. And so, because let's face it, our frontline healthcare workers, whether doctors, nurses, EMTs, whatever they are, they're going to see the gamut, and they've got to be trained on it.
Yes, and of course, in this world, and everyone's going to need healthcare, and that's a field you can be guaranteed that you will have no trouble finding employment.
Absolutely.
We've looked at
wherever.
Even in the median annual wage in New Mexico is $75,000.
Nice.
So it's a pretty good salary, pretty good living. And you are obviously taking care of people. It's a very rewarding career as well.
Absolutely.
It's difficult, especially this time that we're going through right now is very difficult for healthcare workers. But they'll be well trained through this program.
And now more than ever, if you're wanting a career field that you can help people directly, almost immediately, as soon as you complete the program, you're going to be working. You write your own ticket.
Right.
This is it. If you're like me, probably not for you. I don't do blood, and so I get sick.
No, it's not for me either.
But for people that love helping people and don't mind, stuff, bodily things, then please consider this.
Yes.
You get. I know. I've got several relatives that are nurses and things, and they love the job. It's a hard working job, and they do things. But and to be honest, there's so many different fields in nursing that it's And so once you get the certificates and things, then you can start researching and specializing in certain areas of nursing and things like that.
Right, and you can go on for your BSN for Bachelor of Science in Nursing through our main campus in Portales. And then of course we have all the other healthcare fields, respiratory therapy, and they've been very
phlebotomy and everything else.
Phlebotomy, medical assisting, occupational therapy, emergency medical services. So great place to pursue any type of health career if you're interested in that. So we really have a lot of opportunities on the campus. And then, of course, we're in the fall, but we're planning for the spring, and we've got a lot of federal financial funds available.
Yeah, this is the time to get all that lined up and taken care of.
There's so much federal funding, state funding. We have scholarships, a lot of financial aid that's available. We have a Cosmo Cares fund that we've set up, and that's for emergency assistance. So even our current students who run into an issue that they need some emergency funding, we have
there's resources
a
available.
Quick application that they can apply for that.
So current students soon to be, when you're done registering and everything, go visit the financial aid office. Get in there.
Yes.
Get your the FAFSA form. That's going to be your magic ticket to the world of scholarships. So get that filled. That's 101. Getting that filled out first, and then once and they'll help you navigate through that if you have trouble. And once that happens, that kind of opens you to the door of the scholarships, and the sky's the limit. It's just a matter of applying and seeing what I always kind of feel like you should carpet bomb the approach and just apply for everything.
You really should.
And see what comes in.
And we have students who do receive multiple scholarships in the same semester. So it's there's no limit to your ability to
because I think a lot of people
funding.
think, a scholarship, and they get this big one scholarship for $50,000 or whatever it is. Like, no, you can get like 30 scholarships. They're like $100 a piece, $500 a piece. And next thing you know, now your books are covered, your tuition's covered, any of those other ancillary expenses that college incurs are covered.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we will be out at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair this year with hopefully everything goes as planned.
Come out and visit the booth.
We'll have a booth out there if anybody's interested in talking with some of our staff. We'll be there. And
will there be mask swag? Like you can get a free ENMU mask?
We may give away some ENMUR masks, but we have a lot of other great swag.
So we've got
to give away.
All right,
so I won't divulge all of our great items.
It's a surprise. You got to visit the booth.
We have lots of fun stuff to give away this year. So.
Awesome. So come out. Of course, that's a couple weeks away as well.
It is.
Come on out to the fair this year and support the kids and support our businesses and ride the rides and have fun, and then eat up all the fair food, and then stroll through the commercial building and visit all the different booths and things.
Yes.
And all that too.
So we're hoping to interact, a little more with the community. But again, our campus is open; it's not closed, so you can come out and visit. Just wear a mask when you're on campus, and we will assist you any way we can.
Absolutely. And if you're thinking about registering for spring semester, October 31st is official open registration date. But to register, to get financial aid, to get everything lined up to that point, now's the time to do that.
Come and make an appointment with an advisor, and you can make an appointment to tour the campus, that sort of thing. So
absolutely,
we're happy to help.
Yeah, and talk and decide whether you want to take a full course load next semester or maybe dip a toe. Or, of course, if you want to sign up for one of these 8-week classes coming up here, get on the stick right now.
October 11th.
Yeah,
and
so
all the information's on our website at roswell.enmu.edu.
Very good. Go there. And, of course, if you're a Facebook user, follow ENMU Roswell on Facebook as well. There's probably a couple pages, actually.
We have a lot of different pages, but the main page will have the general information.
Yeah.
And we have a blood drive coming up on the 23rd this week.
Well, see, once you're a student and on campus, then you got to know what's going on in campus life. So you got to like and follow those just to stay up to date. So when you're at campus, like, what's going on over there? Instead of you walking around, you're like, oh, I know. That's the blood drive.
Exactly. Exactly.
Is there anything we missed?
No, I think that's probably good for now.
Awesome. Well, Donna, as always, good seeing you again.
Mike. Good to see you too.
And we'll see you next month, if
Okay.
not sooner. And
Sounds good.
hopefully we got more. And then hopefully you guys will be able to start doing some welcoming back some of your off-campus organizations and things that call
We hope
NMUR
so.
home as well, too, here.
We
pretty
hope
quick.
so. We hope
Hopefully it's coming soon.
Yes.
Everyone, take care and take care of yourselves and do what you got to do to help us get through this.
That's right. That's right.
Awesome. Well, Donna, appreciate it as
Thank
always,
you.
and we'll see you next time.
Okay. See you next time.
All right, it is 8:43. Let's pause for news, weather, and your town hall business update. And then I think Andrew's in the lobby there from the Chaves County Extension Office. We'll chit-chat, talk 4-H and fair and all that with her next. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Sorello. Some New Mexico state senators are joining forces to slam Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham for imposing a COVID-19 vaccine mandate on people who attended the New Mexico State Fair in Albuquerque. The group is being led by Roswell area Senator Cliff Pirtle, a Republican, and of course a steadfast critic of the state's public health orders. The state fair's livestock show ended up being canceled a day before the fair opened. The governor's spokesperson has called Pirtle's accusations against Lujan Grisham as, quote, empty ranting and divisive raving, unquote. The Carlsbad Fire Department is getting a $30,000 grant to pay for new emergency communications equipment. The City Council accepted the grant last week from the New Mexico Department of Finance and Administration. Chief Richard Lopez says the fire department has needed new comms equipment for years, as the current equipment is outdated and unserviceable. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Following last night's cold front, it'll be a little bit cooler around the area today, but gusty wind at 20 to 30 miles per hour, upper 70s and low 80s, and we should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll be in the low 50s and clear, and then a little bit of a warm up tomorrow, highs 80 to 85 and sunny, back up to about 90 with sunshine on Thursday and breezy. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. General Motors says production has resumed on battery modules that are used in recalled Chevrolet Bolt electric vehicles, and customers under a recall notice could start getting replacement parts by mid-October. GM said Monday that owners should still limit charging until they receive replacement battery modules. CVS Health wants to fill 25,000 openings at its drugstores around the country as the chain gears up to deliver more COVID-19 vaccines as well as shots for the flu this fall and winter. The company said Monday that it is looking for full and part-time pharmacists, pharmacy technicians, and nurses for its stores. On Wall Street, the Dow down 614 points, closing at 33,970. The Nasdaq lost 330 to 14,713, and the S&P 500 dropped 75 points to 4,357. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Did you know you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world? Your birthday isn't feeling so special now, is it? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:46, and joining us in studio this morning from the Chaves County Extension Office, of course, your 4-H agent, Andrea Stapp, with us as well. And
Yes, good morning.
You've got a new coworker.
Yes, I'm so excited. We finally filled our family consumer science agent position.
Yes.
I'm so glad to have Tamara with us.
Tamara Schubert, who is our new, basically, she's our new Shannon Wooten.
Yes, she is. And she actually worked or was a 4-H'er under Shannon. So
Okay.
Yep.
So this is you stepping in, and you know exactly how things were going. So it's kind of, the old ways, and you get to incorporate that with your new stuff.
That is right.
Of course, for folks that didn't take advantage of that side of things through the extension office, that is, I guess you could say the home ec side is kind of, but everything with our diabetic cooking series, our diabetic education classes, obviously a lot of the 4-H stuff with the sewing and things at the fair, that kind of falls under Tamara's new position here and everything else. So I would imagine you be on the lookout for some of these events and classes and things coming in the near future here.
Yes, we're getting ready to get stuff started. I have a few things to touch up with them, but then we'll hit the ground running.
All right. So I got to ask, are you as a fan of cooking and the food and stuff? Is because I know Shan and I usually spent most of the time talking about food.
Food's always good.
All right, so just she come in, we talk home, and I was like, then we start talking about tacos and stuff. It's just everyone loves food, right?
Yeah.
You know, we just got to pick the right ones. But anyway, Andrew, I know you've been busy because, of course, they just had. We just were hosting the Livestock Expo for the state here last week. I'm sure some of your 4-H'ers were involved in some of that. Of course, we got the Eastern New Mexico State Fair just a week or two away here around the corner. So it's a busy season for the 4-H'ers.
Yes, it is. So we had a really good show or a series of shows, I guess, last week. I think the kids really enjoyed it and everything went well. So shout out to all of those that put that together. They did an awesome job.
I would imagine for them too, especially some of your younger ones, that's their first time in that big of a setting because we had quite the crowds out there. It was the entire state,
right?
Kids showing animals and things. So I would imagine I've never been to the actual state fair's livestock, but I imagine it's comparable to some of the sizes.
Yeah,
of those shows
we had over 400 pigs, and I don't know. I don't know how much they normally have at State Fair, but I would say it's pretty comparable. And I don't think we usually have that many at Eastern. So it was a big show.
I know from our video guy standpoint, because they videoed a lot of the shows, nothing went on time as far as because like the pig show was supposed to stop at one point, but there were so many pigs.
Right.
So if things were supposed to start at 2, if like there was a show before, just because there were so many, it was actually an hour or two later.
Wednesday went on time because dairy heifers actually started at 4. So by Wednesday they were rolling.
Figured out, but there was such a great response, which is a good thing. You want that. This is all good stuff, and we're glad to see. And I'm hopefully all the kids, especially some of our livestock auction. I've heard they did well and did cleaned up there. And a lot of kids got some money for their next projects or college and things. Hopefully, everyone didn't spend all their money and going to shell out some here at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair for our local kids here. So.
Yeah, I think they did a good job of bringing in some buyers for the sale too.
Good. Yeah, we want to stack the deck.
Yes.
We're cheating all weekend, and we don't care. It's open.
We just want to make sure that we can still support those kids at Eastern Fair too. So they did a good job with that.
We joke around and all this. I mean, obviously, this is a big deal for the kids because this is college money. This is project money. But at the end of the day, the real big picture and why it's so great to support these kids, this is the future of the ag industry. If we don't nurture it and support it now, there is no ag future. There isn't. It's going to go the way of the dodo. Demand's growing every year for food. And globally, we have less and less people in the ag industry. This is, so please, let's come out there and play way overinflated prices for cows and pigs to help these kids because they're going to be the ones running the ag industry when we're all old and gone. So So please bid generously, bid hardy, and let's support these kids.
Yes, and I definitely come out to the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds in a couple weeks, starting on the 4th of October.
Yeah,
we'll in the education building, and Tamara's going to get to help with that this time.
Oh yeah,
and I don't have to do it all by myself.
Right before fair time.
I did. Hey, we were trying.
Yes.
So does that mean you get to judge? Like foods and sewing and things?
I don't get to judge. I'll be the one kind of helping organize things and put together.
Yes.
But you get to sample, right? As an administrator.
Oh, have you ever sampled that many cakes and biscuits all in one day?
Unfortunately, I have. I used to do the show in Artesia for 8 years. And so they asked me to judge some of the baked goods things at the Eddy County Fair. And at first, you're like, what a great idea. Yeah. You want me to eat a bunch of cookies and cakes and breads? Yeah, pot, sure. Yeah. I think I'll sack. And it is fun for about 5 minutes. But then, but after 2 hours of eating that, and if you're not in a sugar coma or ready to pass out by the time of that, then you didn't do it right. But yeah, it is fun. I ain't gonna lie. Yes. But yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
No.
So you got to get some training in, or I guess, well, you've been an ag, sounds like a good portion of your life here. So.
I grew up in the Travis County 4-H program, but I was also an agent in Albuquerque for many years before I moved to Texas.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, so we got an experienced agent here.
Good deal. So you got this. It's just a matter of doing it and getting it the way, getting accustomed to the people and the way things are done here versus where you did it, and then implements of that.
Right.
So I got to ask, what's now coming in fresh Is there ideas and things that right out the gate you're kind of like, this is something I mean, not tomorrow, dude, but as your tenure here as the home ec agent here?
We want to look at some programs that are currently going and seeing what we can do there. But then we're also looking at maybe partnering with some of the schools and the businesses to put in some new classes as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, like we were saying before, this is an industry that we need to, when it comes to home economics, I mean, all of this side of it. This is these technologies kind of changing the way we do some of this stuff, and I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you got to know how the sausage is made to make the new sausage, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? You gotta know the ways to do the new ways and things like that. So it's important to do all that. Anyway, but come out to the fair. I know this is not really recruiting season for 4-H and things, but if you're out at the fair and you see the shows, I'm sure there's going to be people to talk to if your kids are like, I want to do this and get involved in this, and I'm sure if they swing by the education building or hang out one of the show rings there, they'll find people that can point them in the right direction.
So October 1st is actually our new start of our new year.
The new season here.
Yes. And so we're still waiting on enrollment forms because we're switching to a new enrollment system. And so the state office hasn't given us those yet.
Gotcha.
So hopefully I was hoping mid-September, but here we are. Mid-October-ish, or at least after Eastern Fair, we'll have some more enrollment forms so we can get people entered. So if they're definitely interested, also come stop by the ice cream parlor at the Eastern Fair because Travis County 4-H is actually running that now.
Ooh.
And so come by, we'll have some information on 4-H. We may even have a scavenger hunt where you can maybe earn some free ice cream and some other prizes. So definitely come by and see us.
That is one place I will go every year. I don't care what else is out there. I don't care. They could have guys throwing $1 million bills at people out there, and I'm going to the ice cream first. That's just how I roll. I'm like, in a minute.
Got to get my ice cream.
Got to get a milkshake. I'll be right back.
Yep, exactly.
That's it's my downfall. I ain't gonna lie, but that's every time I'm like, and even like I'm hungry. All right, let's get chicken on a stick, and then you get ice cream.
Yeah, you got to get the ice cream when you're out at the fair. We want to thank you to Southwest Dairy Farmers. They actually left New Mexico and they donated the equipment to us. So we're really appreciative of them.
So they're keeping the tradition going for you guys. Good deal. So this is the first you guys have taken over the ice cream side.
Yeah. So last year was supposed to be our first year, and then COVID. And so this is our first year, and hopefully it all goes well.
All right. So any offerings different than normal? Is it going to be like, because typically you do Cokes or cones, cups, and milkshakes is what I remember.
Yes.
I told you I'm a frequent flyer.
Yes. It'll all be the same. Thankfully, we have Kelly that is also one of our 4-H leaders. And so she's like, I'll help you and, with any questions that you have. So she's been guiding us.
All right. And after you're done getting ice cream, just keep cruising around because that's actually another entrance into the commercial building. I know lots of go. But
check out the New Mexico store.
Yeah, usually there's a bunch. You can get some great salsas, jellies, and stuff right in there as you kind of move in towards the other part of the commercial building and things. I always find almost every year I pick up either some kind of seasoning or something, usually green chili related.
Yes. That's always a favorite.
Yeah. But if you look in my pantry at the house, there's about 10 different green chili or types of barbecue seasonings, and about 90% of them I buy at the fair when I'm there after I get my ice cream.
Maybe you should put some on your ice cream. Start a new trend.
Maybe.
Let us know how that goes.
I love green chili, but I don't know about with my ice cream. That's getting in some sacrilegious territory there.
Hey, it's New Mexico. We put green chili on everything.
Yeah. Well, and to be honest, this is where Tamara shines because really that's a lot of what you, especially when you start talking your diabetic cookbooks and those, eating healthier and making the decisions. That's what it's all about. It's not depriving yourself of the things you love. It's finding ways to present it that are healthier or
in moderation
and portion control.
Yeah.
If you love ice cream, I do. And we
just get one scoop, not two.
Exactly. You don't need
or 10.
An entire half gallon at one setting. Maybe you get a pint. I know that everyone feels like that's a one-person pint size. That's like no. It's actually about 2 or 3 different servings there. But
make it last.
But that's portion control. And then of course, using substitutes. You love pizza and things like that. Great. I know the bread is bad for your business, but we can find other ways to make it be very much like pizza and not as troublesome to the body there.
Right.
So, that's so, and again, that'll be more to come in our class, because I know that's the kind of stuff they teach in the diabetic cooking classes, or the diabetic pre-diabetic program that you guys have too as well. So more of that coming too. What else? Is there anything else we got? We got about a minute, so it's got to be quick, whatever it is.
Okay. Well, we're hopefully we'll get our ag position filled, so maybe we'll have 3 people up here, or at least start rotating people, not just having me every month or forgetting to come.
But if you still have questions like what's this plant or what's this thing, now there's 2 that can put their heads together and go research that information for you. Between Andrea and Tamara, they'll find the answer for you.
Yes, and we thankfully have specialists that we can contact and get a hold of and be like, what is this? And they tell us, and then we tell you.
Very good. You'll run it up the flagpole and run it back down. Very good. Of course, if anybody has any questions about anything, of course, you can come by the office here on Chisholm.
Yes.
Is it 202?
200 East Chisholm Street.
East Chisholm.
We're number 4, so we're the most southwest door.
Yes. And what's the phone number over the office, too?
622-3210.
Leave a voicemail if you do not, like if you called right now, obviously they're here. So
we have admin secretaries that are there.
So someone there can help you out and take care of you. But leave a message if it's lunch hour, somebody's not there, or after hours. And of course, if you want more information about 4-H or anything as part of the Extension office, come out to the fair, too. You'll find any of these 2 ladies will be all over the fair at some point somewhere.
Yep.
And then, of course, ask questions. I'll help you.
Yep, that's the best thing. Ask questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you, ladies.
Thanks
Enjoy
for
your busy
us.
couple of weeks, and we'll see you next time. All right?
Yes.
All right. It is 9 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. Time for some Town Hall news. Don't go away.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Biden covering a lot of ground in his first address to the United Nations General Assembly, speaking at UN headquarters in New York this morning. Mr. Biden telling delegates that our collective future hinges on our ability to cooperate on a shared future.
Will we work together to save lives, defeat COVID-19 everywhere, and take the necessary steps to prepare ourselves for the next pandemic, for there will be another one? Or will we fail to harness the tools at our disposal?
Mr. Biden notes the U.S. has poured $15 billion into the worldwide COVID response, referring to the U.S. service members who were killed during a suicide bombing at the Kabul, Afghanistan airport. The president says we lost 13 American heroes last month. An autopsy is scheduled today on a body believed to be that of Gabby Petito. Correspondent Julie Walker says Petito disappeared during a cross-country road trip with her boyfriend.
A man who saw Petito and boyfriend Brian Laundrie fighting in Moab, Utah in August called 911 to report domestic violence, according to the call from the Grand County Sheriff's Office.
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl. He was slapping her? Yes, and then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her.
Later on, police body cam video shows them getting pulled over and separated, with Petito crying. Her body was found Sunday in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming, according to the FBI.
Laundrie now the subject of a police manhunt in Florida. Seems that Chicago's mayor's had a change of heart about defunding the police after slashing almost $60 million from the law enforcement budget last year. Mayor Lori Lightfoot will propose boosting police spending. Chicago dealing with a serious spike in violent crime. Wall Street, the Dow down 42 points. The Nasdaq is off 8. The S&P down 8 points as well. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 3388 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 3388. Enjoy.
Nerves are on edge on one Spanish island in the grip of a natural disaster.
Several small earthquakes have shaken the Spanish island of La Palma as rivers of lava continue to flow toward the sea and a new vent blows open on the mountainside. This one, at 3,000 feet, is north of the ridge, where the volcano first erupted on Sunday after a week of thousands of smaller earthquakes. That so-called earthquake swarm was a warning a bigger eruption was likely, allowing more than 5,000 people to be evacuated, critically avoiding casualties. Unstoppable rivers of lava have rolled down the hillsides, burning and crashing everything ahead. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party securing victory in parliamentary elections. However, he failed to get the majority that he sought. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. A legal challenge to a recently enacted state pro-life law.
A San Antonio doctor who defied the new Texas restrictions on abortion providers has been sued by two people in a first test of the legality of the near-total ban on the procedure. Former attorneys in Arkansas and Illinois have filed lawsuits against Dr. Alan Braid. In a weekend Washington Post opinion column, Braid became the first Texas abortion provider to publicly reveal he violated the law that took effect September 1st. The Texas law prohibits abortions once medical professionals can detect cardiac activity, which is usually around 6 weeks. While the law forbids prosecutors from taking criminal action, it allows private citizens to sue the providers and claim at least $10,000 in damages if successful. I'm Mike Gracia.
And again on Wall Street this hour, stocks in the red. The Dow is down 41 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Infiernos.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Cooler Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. It's delightful.
I like cooler
out there. I love this. This is legitimately my favorite time of year. But full fall is nice. But that weird, like, transition period of, like, kind of summer, kind of fall, this is perfect.
Okay.
For southeastern New Mexico, this is like the best 2 weeks to live here.
What about the opposite? The kind of winter, kind of spring?
I've never really liked the... I enjoy spring. It just... It always feels like the onset of warm, even more warm.
So you like the anticipation of coming into colder versus coming into warmer.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And that's probably my fat guy past. Is I love long sleeve t-shirts, obviously, but jackets, things that would cover up one's chesticle section. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. So,
right on. Well, happy pre-fall.
Yes. By the way, I looked it up. Today is the last official full day of summer. Tomorrow is the first official full day of fall.
All right. Very good. So enjoy it.
That's right. Soak it up. You guys can still get some summertime activities in. Maybe throw a beach towel down and soak up some sunshine. It'd be a good day to do it. It's the 80s,
You can be outside a little bit longer without dying of heat exhaustion.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
go for a hike. Maybe not in Yosemite or anything. God knows what you're going to find up there. try to be careful.
I think it's too soon.
Yeah. Dude.
Not according to Twitter, but
the
according to the rest of the world.
It's interesting how this generation processes things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's the same way me and you do, like trauma.
Yeah.
We try to shoehorn some jokes in there just to put some levity in the situation. It's basically what the internet does now, just with maybe not the best timing.
Well, it's weird because, we're still snarky like we were in our ages and things. But
we know when to take pause. I think that's the difference.
Yeah, they're more diabolical now. Like
it does seem like it.
Like we were more like here's the difference. We were more like Texas, bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Now we're it's kind of
no 100%.
Or now it's just nope. You're straight up this, and and then it follows with a Nazi.
Part of that lends itself also to the instant culture of the internet that everything has become a story.
Yeah. There's no subtlety in these in the younger generations. Yeah.
No,
the way of the smooths they
put it
don't
this
have.
Way, I put out a meme that literally half of everyone that I've shown got it, and online blew up. Basically, all about Nicki Minaj's cousin's friends out here living his best life, and literally half of everyone I showed got it. The other half I had to explain.
Yes,
and they're like, "Oh, then that's funny."
Well, people that follow Nicki Minaj and everything would know it, and I don't. So,
well, I literally heard him talk about it on Travis and Sexton, so I'm like, well, it sort of like brings in a whole different, genre of the audience.
The things I see and do aren't always the same as everybody else.
Very true.
I'm just not that guy. But anyway, we do have a full slate for you for this hour of the show. We're going to have Jennifer Smith join us with the Chaves County Health Council, and coming up here. On, I believe it's the 27th. Let me confirm before. Yes, September 27th. They are hosting a listening session with UNM, and it's talking all about the COVID-19 vaccine, the facts, dispelling the untrue statements from that. And by the way, participants win swag, gift cards, things. So we'll talk more about that. So there is a carrot to dangle for you to get you to come out and learn good information.
I'm going to get that carrot. Everybody says just out of reach. I'm gonna get it.
Get the carrot. Go get the carrot. So
carrot.
That way you can have information to decide whether it's important for you or your family to get the vaccine.
There you go.
That's I've always been saying. Everyone talk about mandates and not making me do this and all that. No one should make you do anything.
No.
But what you should do is get your butt to the places you trust for information and get that information.
Do your research.
I don't understand why everyone's running around saying I'm not getting the vaccine because I heard on Facebook this or heard on Facebook that. Every single time you have a medical problem or your family has a medical problem, what do? You go talk to your doctor and says what your doctor says.
Oh.
Why on God's green earth would that very sound logic change all of a sudden? I don't know.
Again, can I tell you the first go-to instinct answer that I was going to come out with? We WebMD it. That's what my generation did. We hit up the Googler.
Yeah.
We're like, tell me what kind of cancer I have today, WebMD.
WebMD is pornography for hypochondriacs.
It really is,
That's all it is.
For edgelords. Like edgelord hypochondriacs. Yeah, it really is.
That's all it is. Because really, basically, what that thing is on your neck or whatever, it's either nothing or death. And WebMD will tell you that, and people go right to death instead of it's nothing.
Got me all checking now. Turns out this is an old Simpsons joke. I didn't know if it was a pimple or a boil. It was a gummy bear.
Turns out it was a raisin.
That's where I left that.
So Jennifer will join us, talk about that and other things happening with the Health Council as well. Later on this hour, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Before we do any of those things, let's check in with a meteorologist, Steve, to talk about the cooler yet more pleasant weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Following last night's cold front, it'll be a little bit cooler around the area today, but gusty wind at 20 to 30 miles per hour, upper 70s and low 80s, and we should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll be in the low 50s and clear, and then a little bit of a warm-up tomorrow, highs 80 to 85 and sunny, back up to about 90 with sunshine on Thursday and breezy. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. And currently 67 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 39%. Winds are currently out of the north at 14 miles per hour. For today, mostly sunny. Highs only expected to hit near 80 today, so we might get to 80. Northeast winds 15 to 20, but decrease in 10 to 15 for this afternoon. For tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 52 and northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For your Wednesday, still nice, but a little bit warmer. Sunny, 84 for a high tomorrow. Winds out of the south 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, overnight low of 50 with south winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny skies, highs back near 90 with south winds 5 to 15. Friday, mostly sunny, high of 89. And then looking at your weekend, sunny and 87 for Saturday. Sunny skies, highs back near 90 for your Sunday. All right, it is closing in on 14 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to take a 4-minute commercial break. And then Jennifer Smith with the Chavez County Health Council will join us. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Score a jackpot of a great deal during the Instant Savings Vehicle event at Roswell Nissan. All in-stock vehicles have been marked down during this massive event, so odds are you'll save big. Get a 2011 Nissan Rogue, a 2013 Hyundai Veloster, a 2015 Nissan Altima, and more for only $149 a month. Or a brand new 2021 Nissan Titan 4x4 Crew Cab for under $40,000. Get a free 12-pack and spin the wheel just for stopping by. And while you're there, enter to win a multi-game table. Play to win this month at Roswell Nissan. 2111 West 2nd.
As the school year comes to an end and COVID restrictions start to ease, don't lose sight of the lessons learned. Cover your cough, positive personal hygiene, respect one another, show and tell others you love them. Fiscal and social responsibility are great ways to show your love. This is Damon Graham, your local New York Life agent. I can help you show your love to others. Call me at 575-623-0803 so we can determine how you best can show your love. Expect to be blessed.
Welcome to the Asian market. This is Nok. Right now we have a new ingredient like galanga, lemongrass, lime leaf, and Thai chili to make tom yam gung and tom kha gai. And try out new delicious nail soup on Saturday. Come see me at the Asian market, 5702 South Main. Call for order 840-5309.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests, and they offer answers and solutions when you need them most. Protect your home, your children, and your pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Let Bob Reed Pest Control and their fully licensed professionals start working for you and your family today. Call 623-5344, serving all of southeastern New Mexico. Find them fast in names and numbers.
When you think of home health care here in Roswell, what's the first thing that pops into your head? That's right, Frontier Medical. We've been doing it better than anyone else for over 20 years. From in-home nursing to physical therapy and so much more. Doctors and hospitals from Albuquerque to Lubbock and everywhere in between have been trusting their patients to us here at Frontier Medical. So when it's time to make a choice, remember Frontier Medical. 575-627-1112. Frontier Medical. Name to remember.
With almost 90 entries, Roswell Ford's Hometown Heroes Car Show was a tremendous success. We commemorated 9/11, raised more than $2,000 for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, and had a lot of fun. Congratulations to all our winners, especially the Best of Show and People's Choice winner Ryan Bredyke and his remarkable 1939 Lincoln Zephyr. And Carol Morgan's beautiful 1956 Ford Thunderbird, the Roswell Ford champion. Our 2021 hometown hero is Joel Juarez, who received numerous nominations from our community. Roswell Ford truly appreciates the sponsors, judges, and scores of volunteers who made the Hometown Heroes Car Show possible. We're looking forward to an even bigger event next year. Roswell Ford is proud of our nation, proud of our city, and proud of our hometown heroes. And we hope that when you're ready for a new vehicle, you'll give us a chance to serve you. Roswell Ford, the tailgate nation at the corner of 9th and Main.
Okay, so look, Mexican restaurants are everywhere around here. You can throw a rock and hit an authentic Mexican restaurant. Don't throw rocks. But La Gran Victoria is different. Delicious, authentic, made from scratch family recipes and even a few favorites too, like agua frescas in a variety of flavors. Take advantage of Taco Tuesday, Hamburger Wednesday, and the daily 2222 breakfast special with 2 eggs, bacon, sausage, and your choice of potatoes for only $7.49. Open at 8 a.m. for breakfast 7 days a week at the corner of 4th and Richardson. Find them on Facebook too. La Gran Victoria, Roswell's home at the flavor.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. There are 293 ways to make change for $1. Try all 293 on the guy who keeps borrowing money from you. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 18 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Chaves County Health Council, Jennifer Smith back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good. Of course, we were just talking real quick before we talk about what's coming up. Sounds like you had a very successful health expo here. It was about a month ago, a couple weeks ago, whenever.
Yeah, it was in August.
My sense of time is not done well here in COVID. Things that happened a week ago seem like it was a year ago, and things that happened a year ago seem like it was a week ago. So,
yeah. Yep, definitely. Yeah, it went really well. We had a really good turnout.
Good deal. So, hopefully next year we're out of the COVID world and we can be more into how the event normally happens, where everyone's out and comes out and sees each other's faces and gets to the booths and all that stuff.
Yes, we're hoping to have the big blowout expo.
Well, one of the steps on getting us there is getting everybody healthy again. Mm-hmm. And you guys are going to be hosting an information session for folks here on the 27th. The Chaves County Health Council will be hosting. It's a virtual, so you don't even have to get dressed for this one. It's put on by UNM, but basically it's a COVID-19 vaccine information session.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, it'll be like a question and answer session. They're going to ask questions of everybody, and they're going to open it up for people to ask their own questions and maybe get some clarity on some parts of the vaccine that maybe they're not understanding.
Sure.
And maybe clear up some of why they're hesitant on getting the vaccine.
Sure. And I've said it 100 times here. You've heard me say it. Talk to your doctors on whether you should, whether the vaccine is something you should take or your family should take. Do like you do with everything in your healthcare. You ask the medical professionals, the people that you trust to take care of you and your family, and go by that. And I would imagine the UNM experts are going to be saying a lot of the same things your primary care doctor will also be saying to you. But this is why we want to get this information out there. Unfortunately, there is a whole lot of information about COVID-19 vaccines out there. Unfortunately, a lot of the information is not coming from experts or people that actually know what's going on. A lot of it's social media and the world we live in. Mm-hmm. It's everything you see, you question because you're not sure of the validity of it. And to be honest, I know, and I'm not a science person, I know especially the 2-shot vaccines, the Moderna and the Pfizer. Mm-hmm. I know there was some new technology in creating these vaccines that's way different than how vaccines were generally done in the past. Mm-hmm. So anytime there's new things like that, it does raise a lot of questions. And I understand that. You're like, hey, this was awful fast and this and that. How is this? And this is what this meeting's all about. It's to, yes, answer these questions, but also give you the information on why it's okay for you to do this and why these have been approved. And yes, it has been quick, but it's a pandemic. Things, when you got everybody and your uncle working on the same thing, it does happen quicker sometimes. It's kind of like, I think we could solve cancer if we did something like we did with COVID, if we literally had every medical expert on the planet just about working on something towards it, odds are pretty good we're going to knock it out, and I think that's kind of what we're seeing with this vaccine. Sure. I mean, not everybody's going to react the same, but this is what this session's about, to give you the straight information so you make that decision to get the vaccine or not to get the vaccine based on factual information, not on what your cousin told you, what you read online, what a doctor told you through 3 other people. My friend Bob said his doctor said this, and there's a lot of that going around. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Come out. Let's, ask your questions from the serious to even the uber ridiculous, because there's a lot of information out there that some people sounds very ridiculous, but some are taking it as gospel, and we need to separate the fact from the fiction on some of this stuff.
Yeah, this is going to be a no judgment type situation. It's just to gather information. They want to know, what's going on in the community. What are people hearing? Why are they choosing to not get the vaccine? And maybe it's something that can be cleared up during this listening
session. A simple question and answer and say that's not true at all. Please, if that's why you're hesitant, don't be. That's so it's really it actually, like you said, it's really informational for you, but also for them as well, because they're trying to learn, well, why aren't people getting vaccinated? What is it what's their hang up on it? Is it the science? Is it just misinformation? Is it some combination thereof? I mean, or is it something else altogether? And so maybe if they can pinpoint that, we can help educate more people. But if you have questions, if you're some of the folks that's like, I heard this, please come to or participate in this event. You don't technically have to come, you just have to get online. But please participate in this event, and let's get those answers out there. Let's get those questions answered. Let's get that information. Let's start that process of getting good, accurate information, not only to you, but back to them for feedback as well, too.
Yeah, we're opening this up to anybody in our county.
Okay.
It's countywide. The people from UNM are doing this all over the state.
Okay.
So it's not just our area that has had these listening sessions. They've done
statewide.
it. Yeah, they've done it in counties all over the state.
Good deal.
This is just the Chaves County one.
Okay. I'd be very curious to see if their answers and what they learn is different from region to region. Like what we're seeing and thinking here, is it different than, say, what they're seeing and feeling in Cruces or Santa Fe or Silver City or someplace like that.
Yeah, and that's part of it too, that they're gathering this information to see what's different all over the state.
Sure.
And they're really needing to target the Spanish speaking population in our county, because that population has a really low vaccination rate.
Okay.
And so they're trying to figure out
if it's lack of information getting to them, or what's
maybe,
the hang up
maybe
there?
it's a language barrier. Maybe they're not getting the information in their language, and so they're not understanding.
Okay.
And they're not trusting. So they want to make sure and clear it up. We're having English and Spanish sessions going at the same time.
Excellent. So whatever you prefer to participate in, either one is available to you.
Yes.
Now, I would say the best way, now this is a virtual event, so but everyone that participates in the virtual event does get some thank you stuff for this. This isn't just not only are you getting good information, but you get a little swag to go along with this too.
Yeah, they're providing a $25 merchandise card. It can be anything from Walmart, Target, anything like that. They'll have everybody complete a survey during the listening session, and that's how they sign up to get the
free gift card. Okay,
yeah.
So please participate in that side, and as a thank you, you get a $25 card to use at a business that will definitely benefit you in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
So cool. So I'm guessing to get the link, they can call you. Will there be a link on your Facebook page that they can click direct, or is it best just to call you and then have you guys email or get them the link however you
get it's best to call us.
Okay.
They can call or text us at 575-910-0465.
Okay.
They can also email me at Chaves County Health Council at outlook.com.
Okay.
Or they can send us a message on our Facebook page.
Very good.
And we can get the information that way.
Yeah, and if you're driving and didn't write down those numbers, if you go to the Chaves County Health Council Facebook page, you'll see the post. It's got the phone number to call, like you said, or you can just shoot a message on the Facebook there while you're there. But if you want to talk to someone live, I know some people like to do that, and that way Jennifer will you call her or text her, and she'll get you the link to the event. Now, the actual online event will take place 6:30 p.m. coming Monday, September 27th. And again, it'll be an online virtual event, so you don't have to get dressed up or anything, or put on clothes, or you can do it while you're cooking dinner or anything for the family, or whatever you got going on there at that time. But please log in, get the link from Jennifer here or through the Health Council Facebook page, and participate. Just so you can share, especially for folks that have not been vaccinated yet. I would really like to, so you can give the information on why you're not vaccinated. Why is that going on? And maybe they can dispel some misinformation if some of the reasons you're not getting a vaccination are based on information that's not accurate.
Yeah.
And so we can hopefully get some of that corrected too.
This is a no pressure event. You're not going to get pressure from us to get vaccinated. It's going to be asking questions, getting questions answered.
Yeah.
Maybe you have some kind of concern, and maybe it's something that can be just fixed right away.
Sure. Well, and that's just it. At the end of the day, this event is to make sure that the information about the vaccine is getting to the people the correct way, and making sure that the misinformation is being relegated as much as we can here. And so UNM is using this to inform, but also learn on better ways to kind of disseminate good information and get some of this bad out of there. But at the same time, you need to use this as as a session to learn some of the good information and learn what is not the bad information. So it is a very much learning session for we the people and the folks that are hosting it and putting together as well. So again, Monday, September 27th, 6:30 p.m. It's a virtual UNM listening session about the COVID-19 vaccine. They want to hear from you, wanting to know why you're not getting it or why you're getting it. And, if you are wanting to know if I should get it, please log in and tune in to hear why you should or hear information that will either confirm or change your opinion on these things. So it's up to you. By the way, if you would like to be a part of the Chaves County Health Council, you guys meet monthly. Right, it's still been virtual right now, but you guys meet monthly, and obviously the Chaves County Health Council, what they do is kind of in the title, but they just try to find ways and things and opportunities to promote and help good health here in our county, in our community here. It's a lot of it's, they host the clinics and things if you need to get shots, and obviously their big events, the back to school kind of that time frame, the big health fair in the late summer there. But there is much an information resource for folks. If you're wanting to know where can I go to talk to someone about this or anything like that's what the Health Council is there for, to be that source of information for residents here. But it's a great group of volunteers, but they always need more to obviously you probably just got done your biggest planning event, the Health Expo, but you guys are already starting the next one here, planning for that, I'm sure, and everything else. And of course, there's going to be more education opportunities throughout the year. Some more sporadic, like this event, some more, on the books annual tested events. But either way, if you'd love to be a part of that and get involved, please come out to the meetings or I guess log into the meetings in this case for right now. They meet, just so happen to be meeting tomorrow.
Yes.
They meet on the fourth Wednesday of the month. If you would like to do that, call Jennifer or shoot a message on the Facebook. Same way you want to get the links for the UNM COVID information session here. They can also get you the link to the meetings for the Zoom if you'd like to be a part of the Chaves County Health Council monthly meeting. And be a part, be on the board, serve, and it's a working group. I mean, it's more than just meetings. You're going to have to, help out and plan and be a part of events and things too.
Oh yeah, we have several events that we do every year and little projects throughout the year. And you don't have to be involved in any healthcare field to be part of the Health Council, because we look at health as a whole person. It's not just physical or mental health. It's social health. It's
absolutely everything. Your life is you're doing things that are either healthy or not healthy for you. And it's kind of, it's and a lot of it's on the mental health side too. I mean, you talk about what we're learning in mental health and how, let's face it, compared to the other areas of human science, mental health light years behind the rest of the rest of these areas, and that's just because of lack of understanding and now we're just starting to learn these things, and that's why so many things that how we treated them when we were kids or before we were born aren't treated the same way now, because they understand, that's a little different than what we thought it was, and so we're going through a time where there's a lot of change in that area, and so. We're realizing pretty much every aspect of your life really can affect and impact and balance on that. So, simple things like going out and getting an ice cream cone with the family sounds like just something you're doing for fun, but at the end of the day, that's the kind of stuff you're doing. Now, granted, don't eat a big gallon bucket of it, but if you just have your single scoop ice cream with your family, that for your mental health and just unplugging from things, that's Chaves County Health Council too, because it's all about wellness and being part, having a good, happy, healthy lifestyle. Yeah. And these are all part of that.
Yeah, we really want to promote a healthy community.
Yeah.
A healthy community you've got to be healthy all the way around.
Absolutely. It's and I think as science goes, we're learning, it's a lot. I'm almost kind of excited to think like 50, and I'm guessing I'm not going to be here 50, 60 years from now unless the science really gets good here in the next couple of years. But I almost would like to be a fly on the wall and see how we treat mental health 50 years from now versus how we see it today. I mean, versus how we saw it in the 1950s versus how we see it today versus how we see it in 30, 50 years from now. I'm very curious to see how humans have evolved and how much we've learned about that side and how different our behaviors and actions are. I think it's a good thing. That's
the fantastic thing about health and medicine and science.
Yeah.
Is it grows and it evolves and it changes to be better than it was in the past.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of neat to when you think of it from that perspective, from the fly on the wall type thing. But I know I'm getting off topic here. But in the meantime, if you please, if you'd love to be a part of the Chaves County Health Council, always looking for volunteers. And like Jennifer said, you don't have to be in the healthcare field to be on and serve on this, because it's all about the total health. It's all about community and getting people aware and raising information. You don't have to be a nurse or a doctor to help plan a health expo event or something. You know, if you're good at working with people, that's probably a more bigger asset than how much you know about science and medicine.
Yeah. We need everybody. We need to have perspectives in our community to join us and be a part of what we do to help our community be better.
And I would say the more walks of life that are involved, the better, because everyone's health and healthcare ideals are different, depending, if you're a single person that's been single and, didn't, necessarily have kids and things, your thoughts on health might be different than, say, a mom who's raising 2 kids at the time and their thoughts and perspectives, or even their, how they come and deal with things and stuff like that, or vice versa. Maybe some person that's done the family and everything and they're retired and gone off, and now they look at things a little differently. So maybe they're thinking things from a senior perspective. And you want all of those perspectives in the room when we're talking about what you want to do next and how we get these things done.
We really want the Health Council to be as diverse as our community is, because our community is very diverse. We have all walks of life, all different types of people.
Sure.
And we want all of that represented on the Health Council. So we make sure that we're doing things to help our community in all aspects.
And try to get it from an angle for, like that everybody could understand it, whether you're an old crotchety person or a young person just starting out in the world or something in between there, you're going to benefit from it.
Yes.
I'm old crotchety now, so I can say that. It's kind of a badge of honor. Jennifer, if you don't mind, give the phone number out one more time if they want to get the link for either the UNM event here on the 27th or to participate and be a part of the Health Council at the meeting tomorrow night.
It's 575-910-0465, and that's going to connect you to our 211 information line.
Okay.
And our coordinator for that is Joanne Lopez, and she'll get you the information or she'll point you in the correct direction.
Gotcha. She'll get you where you need to go. Very good. So call it. Again, if you forget the number, next time you get on your Facebook, go to the Chaves County Health Council Facebook page.
Yes.
Like and follow it while you're there. Yeah. Because there's always good information that you may not realize you needed to know at that particular moment. And there it is when you go through there. But you'll find all the information for actually you'll find for both tomorrow night's meeting and for the UNM session on the 27th here. You'll find all the information particulars so you can sign up either there or through the Facebook page, or like you said, call the number talk to Joanne there and get the ball rolling.
Yeah, you can always message on Facebook. I'll answer.
Absolutely. Yeah, they'll get you the information you need to go. They'd just love to see you reach out and participate.
Yes.
I know the folks involved now, they do great work, but they're probably hoping for a few more of you guys to be a part of it.
Always. We're always looking to grow our health council. We need more people. We have great, fantastic ideas, and we need people to help us to realize those.
And again, please sign up, get the free $25 gift card here. That's the carrot. Come for the information and stay to get some free swag. But especially if you're strong one way or the other on vaccines or getting it, not getting it, please go to this meeting. They want to hear from you. They want to talk to you. They want to understand what are the big hangups and what is it that's really that we are not getting through to understand. And at the same time, hopefully maybe dispel, discredit, and just kind of tamp down some of the incorrect information that's floating around out there.
Yeah, we want to hear from everybody, even if you don't think that this is going to change your mind. Yeah. We still want to hear from you.
Sure.
We want to know why. What is your thinking? What is your reasoning?
Understanding is the big thing. Yeah, that's it. That's where we're all not going to agree on everything. That would be weird if we do, and we don't. And this is the beauty of the United States of America. We can all live in a place, even though we don't see eye to eye on what's best for you and us sometimes and your family. But we all agree that we want that best for everybody, ourselves and our family. So if we can start there, then we can work the rest of it out here. And I think this is one of those things. This isn't a politically motivated, driven, we're trying to indoctrinate more people. No, this is really a fact-finding mission. Why are you not getting the vaccine? What is it that's your hang-up about it? Is it some things that we need to really kind of address here and talk about? Or is it more of the information superhighways really bogging down people's opinions on whether they get the shot or not here? So that's what, at the same token, to help dispel some of that. If you're like, I want to get the shot, but I hear it does this, this, and this. Is that true? Please get in and let's say, yes, it is true, or no, that's complete hogwash. So
yeah, I think this is going to be good for us to learn and for our community to also learn.
Absolutely.
We want to hear from the community. We want to know what you're thinking and why.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's kind of like the vaccine I was mentioning earlier. Way I understand is like the Pfizer and the Moderna. These were created in a way like they didn't use the same formula that the same procedures that they would do. It's like it's new science that was getting some of the whatever ingredients or chemicals diffused. I'm no science medical. However, they made the pudding. They use different ways in a spoon to stir it or whatever they normally do to do centrifuge, whatever they do. I don't know all that. But then again, I know just enough to know that it's different. But I don't know how it's different or why it's different and why is that alarming to some people and why it's not to others and things. And that's what this meeting's about, is things like that. So you're like, I've heard these things, but okay, so why is it so different? And why is that something I should be worried about or not worried about?
Yeah.
That's people fear the unknown. And once it's known, then you fear it less. And so let's make things known. So, all right. Jennifer, is there anything I missed? Anything we wanted to share or something we want to talk about that I just got sidetracked?
I don't think so. But if anybody has any Spanish-speaking relatives, or maybe you speak Spanish yourself, really encourage them to come. We're going to have Spanish-speaking representatives there that are going to be asking these questions. They're going to do it in a breakout room format.
Okay. Now, is there two different links? One for the English, one for the Spanish?
No, it's going to be the same link, and then they'll separate it out by English and Spanish into like rooms.
They do their computer magic to move you around the various computer rooms and whatnot there.
Yeah.
So you don't need to put your shoes on and walk to another room. They'll move you.
No, they'll take care of all of that. You don't got to worry about it. You just got to be able to log on. And I think most of us are fairly familiar with Zoom by now.
Yeah. Well, and I'm in that crotchety age where I know technology things because that's my job, but I don't embrace it all or necessarily like texting. I love in some instances. It took me longer to type, I'll be there in a minute, than I could have just said, hello, I'll be in a minute and hang up. You know what I mean? I'm in that age where I'm like, somebody get off my lawn a little bit. Like, it was perfectly fine the way we did it before. I have a little of that in me, but then I have the other side. It's like, well, that's cool. I love the fact that I don't have to get off my couch to do pretty much anything else right now. But anyway, however you are in that world, this is let's get it all on the table. Come be a part of this meeting. Let's separate fact from fiction. I will never tell people what's best for you and your family. That's your decision to do. But what I will encourage you to do is get the right information so you can make the right decision.
And that's what we're doing. We don't want to we're not telling anybody you have to do this. Yeah. But we just want to learn. We want to learn from everybody.
Yep. Let's learn, and let's hopefully let's all work together. And that's the concept. We really do have to work together. I know it's a polarizing world and it's us versus them mentality and very much a lot of things we do nowadays, but it really isn't. It really, if you sit down and look at it, we're all people just trying to live our lives, try to do what's best for us and our families. And let's do the things that helps everybody do that. And this event is one of those things. Let's get the air. This isn't about who said what to whom or what this is that. This is to find out what you're hearing and to get you information that's true and accurate and not something that's been filtered through 27 people's opinions.
Yeah, definitely. No opinions here. We're just going to give you straight facts.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
Absolutely. And so please participate, sign up. I know it's not sexy or exciting, but hey, you get free $25 card for doing this. And it's very important. That's the thing, especially if you're one way or the other on this vaccine and things. We really want that to get that information to them and information to you. So please, because I would hate to see people die because they learned some stupid stuff that was not true. You know what I mean? We live in such a world that I think we can avoid this kind of stuff if people just take a step forward in trying to go and find right information instead of just letting it come to them and then just taking it as gospel or dismissing it outright because that doesn't line up with your politics. So anyway, it's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jennifer, as always. We appreciate the visit, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Anytime. It is 9:44. Let's go ahead and pause. We got local news, your Sean Hannity update, quick break as well, and your business update. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Some New Mexico state senators are joining forces to slam Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham for imposing a COVID-19 vaccine mandate on people who attended the New Mexico State Fair in Albuquerque. The group is being led by Roswell area Senator Cliff Pirtle, a Republican, and of course a steadfast critic of the state's public health orders. The state fair's livestock show ended up being canceled a day before the fair opened. The governor's spokesperson has called Pirtle's accusations against Lujan Grisham as, quote, empty ranting and divisive raving, unquote. The Carlsbad Fire Department is getting a $30,000 grant to pay for new emergency communications equipment. The City Council accepted the grant last week from the New Mexico Department of Finance and Administration. Chief Richard Lopez says the fire department has needed new comms equipment for years, as the current equipment is outdated and unserviceable. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
There is a significant majority of registered Democratic voters. They now prefer socialism to capitalism. Fox News poll, socialism 59% favorable, capitalism 49%. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Any name, any form, any manifestation of socialism, redistributionism, it all ends the same way. Broken promises, unfulfilled promises. It ends with more poverty, not less, and giving up how much freedom you calculate at the end of the mess you created. If you think it's going to work and it appeals to you, tell me what part of government is so effective now beyond the military.
The Sean Hannity Show, from coast to coast, later today.
All right, the school year is getting started for millions across the nation. Chances are your child's learning environment is not going to be a perfect one. Now, Acellus Power Home School, they have become the answer for both schools and for parents that have decided to bring their child's classroom either partially home or for full-time homeschooling. Now, parents worry that their kids are getting behind in math because schools had to close last year, and other parents worry if their kids are on track to read at their grade level. And now we're worried again that our kids might face disruptions this school year. Now, at powerhomeschool.org, it's one word, you're going to see how parents can control their children's education by offering online courses at home taught by some of America's greatest teachers. Now, it's especially effective if your student is struggling or students with learning disabilities. If you are considering homeschooling or looking to fill any gaps at home, please visit powerhomeschool.org. That's powerhomeschool.org today.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Following last night's cold front, it'll be a little bit cooler around the area today, but gusty wind at 20 to 30 miles per hour, upper 70s and low 80s, and we should get plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll be in the low 50s and clear, and then a little bit of a warm-up tomorrow, highs 80 to 85 and sunny, back up to about 90 with sunshine on Thursday and breezy. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Rich Thomason. After a terrible Monday, Wall Street bounced back this morning. The key averages opening sharply higher in the wake of yesterday's big sell-off. Rising costs and shortages of building materials and labor are rippling across the home building industry.
Lumber futures hit their lowest level in more than a year last week, after vaulting nearly five-fold to an all-time high in May. The roughly 64% drop since then reflects an uptick in production and a pullback in demand from builders as prices skyrocketed. Still, the decline has yet to translate into lower costs for many builders. Meanwhile, the industry is contending with a bevy of other elevated costs for windows, doors, flooring, roofing, and other types of construction products. John Scott reporting.
The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development urging developed countries to put more work into providing low-income nations with coronavirus vaccines. With business, I'm Rich Thomason.
Well, when they asked me to be the Grand Marshal of this year's fair parade, I was surprised. I thought they had higher standards than that. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. It may seem like the fair is all about scary rides and even scarier food, but it's really a tribute to agriculture in eastern New Mexico, and especially the 4-H and FFA kids who've worked hard all year raising their animals in hopes to get a blue ribbon. So when you visit the fair, take a stroll through the livestock barns and see what they've accomplished. Just watch where you step.
Teachers are the heartbeat of the classroom and often use their own funds to bring supplies and resources to their students. Kinetic by Windstream is kicking off the 2021 school year by showing appreciation to teachers across the country with a chance to win a $1,000 classroom supply grant. Nominate your favorite teacher for a chance to win by visiting GoKinetic.com and going to the Community tab, or stop by a Kinetic retail store near you now through September 30th to place your nomination.
The race is on at Roswell Honda. With a whole team of amazing vehicles marked down to clear the lot, and with trade values at an all-time high, now is the best time in history to upgrade to a 2015 Corolla for just $194 a month, a 2012 Grand Caravan for just $129 a month, or a 2013 Ford Fiesta for just $99 a month. Free AirPods and soda just for stopping by, a smartwatch with a qualified test drive, and tickets to the Roswell Dragway with purchase. Race in to win at Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
Wreck-em. He's got the catch as he dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! It's time to pave the way for the LBK.
Show the world what it means to come from Lubbock, Texas.
Tech has won this game. Join us Saturday. It's the Big 12 opener against the Longhorns on your home for Red Raider football.
Pre-game at 9 on Southeastern New Mexico's Red Raider Radio, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Otto von Bismarck is said to have quipped, "Laws are like sausages. It's better not to see them being made." While that's a great line, we respectfully disagree. We're New Mexico Foundation for Open Government, a nonpartisan, not-for-profit organization that exists to promote transparency in government, so you not only know what's happening, but why, and by whom, because what you don't know can hurt you. Visit nmfog.org and become a member today. Sponsored by New Mexico Broadcasters Association.
The Rockets are back on the move. And this Friday night, they're cruising to Los Lunas to take on the Tigers. Fiera 106.1 FM and KSBPTV.com is where the Rockets soar in southeastern New Mexico. The action begins with the pregame show at 6:50, followed by kickoff at 7. Tell your friends and family they can watch the Rockets without leaving their living room. Rockets at Los Lunas Tigers, Friday starting at 6:50 on Fiera 106.1 and online at KSBPTV.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The U.S. Treasury once considered producing donut-shaped coins. They instead decided to go with coin-shaped donuts. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 52 minutes after 9 o'clock here. Got a few minutes before we wrap up today's show. If you missed any part of it, you can check it out at your leisure. Log on to KSVPTV.com. Just click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel, and you can check out all of our videos till your heart's filled and content. But the older thing, you got to scroll down a little farther there. But they're there. Of course, if you want to see today's stuff, right now the whole show's up there. And then give Tanner about 20 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes tops. He'll have the rest of he'll have the interviews separated from the main body there, and you can go back and check them out at your leisure. But and also you can find them on our 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM Facebook wall. He'll put them up there as well too. Of course, we had a replay of an interview in the 7 o'clock hour. We had Gina and Chris from the Roswell Community Little Theater join us, and we chit-chatted about their upcoming production, which starts here in October. The comedy, it's Unnecessary Farce. I couldn't remember Unnecessary for some reason. I just remembered Farce. Unnecessary Farce. It's October 8th, 9th, and 10th. And again, October 15th, 16th, and 17th. Get your tickets at Roswell Theater. That's TheAtre.com. Then in the 8 o'clock hour, we had Donna Oracion with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell join us, and we chit-chatted about, of course, the fall semester is underway, and classes are happening. The only things that aren't happening is they're external. Like unfortunately, like the theater groups and things like to use the theater there, those things aren't happening on the campus, but classes, everything else, it's kind of a, keeping the bubbles kind of thing. But they are running, and of course, classes for spring open up October 31st. But if you want to register for the fall semester and all that, now's the time, or spring semester, I'm sorry, now's the time to get on the ball and get that done. Then, of course, later in the 8 o'clock hour, we had Andrea Stapp and Tamara Schubert from the Chavez County Extension Office join us. Andrea, the 4-H agent. Tamara is your new ag agent. She if folks have dealt with Shannon Wooten for many years in the ag, dealing with not only just the meals and things at the fair, but diabetic cookbook, all that side. Tamara's the new agent for that there at the extension office. And then, of course, we just had Jennifer Smith from the Chavez County Health Council join us, and we chit-chatted about their UNM listening event about the COVID vaccine, which is happening the 27th. 6:30 p.m. virtual event. Call the Health Council to get the link for that.
So it's a virtual event. You don't have to go up to Albuquerque and be there for that?
No. It's basically it's going to be Zoom, and you call, and the number, do I still have it up and handy? I probably don't. I was doing other things. But if you go to the Chavez County Health Council's Facebook page, you'll find the post with the number to call. And that number will get you, they'll give you they'll email or text you or whatever, Zoom you the link for the meeting. Again, it's the 27th, which is Monday, 6:30 p.m. And all that participate get a free $25 gift card.
Wow.
To like Walmart or something like that. I think it varies depending on how many cards they have and who they give out.
I picture that being a very interesting forum. I think you'd want to watch it just to see how many conspiracy theories come out during that time.
I'm sure
it's going to be interesting.
Want to hear. And and Spanish speakers, please log in. They're gonna separate. It's the same link, but then they're gonna put people in rooms, so they'll have the basically the sessions for our folks that feel comfortable speaking Spanish will go into the Spanish virtual room, and then those who in English will go to the English virtual room. So please, language is not a barrier unless you speak Klingon. is your main language, then
they might have somebody that speaks it. You never know.
But if it's your day-to-day language, Klingon, probably don't have a lot of friends. Just saying.
Very good close friends.
All right.
I don't know.
But it's going to sound like you're angry all the time because, I'm not a super Star Trek nerd, but I know enough to know that every time a Klingon talks, it sounds angry. Like everything they say, just like, it's like, have a nice day. What is that? I think he just told me to go kill my mom, but no, he said it's have a nice day. Okay.
That's funny.
But so please go back, ksvptv.com, click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel. And if you haven't been there in a month or two, they've kind of did an update to the website. So when you go there, it's a little different. Like you click on the shows are by date. So you click the show, but then when you click the show, a Dropbox opens with all the interviews. So it's a little different if you haven't been there in a while. It's been like this for a month or two, but if you haven't been there in a while, it's a little different. But it's actually a little easier. You just kind of go by show, and then boom, there's all the interviews.
I don't think the interviews are there. I think the show's there. So each show is there, and you click on the show,
and then it opens up the other three.
There's little highlights down at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
There's indexing too.
Yeah, and of course, if you just double click the
all
show,
for your convenience.
Yeah, it's right there, and of course, you can also find them on our Facebook wall, but you'll have to scroll, especially for older. You
can search for specific stuff, I think, too.
Can you? I always have trouble finding that
I don't know
on
if that's just an editing feature or if that's an actual feature on the page where you can go and type a specific thing.
Yeah, and I don't claim to be the most Facebook savvy. I know enough to
at least
to
on
navigate.
yours, I date them. So if you want a specific interview from a specific time, you can find it.
Okay.
I believe.
I've always had more trouble finding things on Facebook than I do on our website.
It's a little harder. You have to type in specific keywords.
But it's there.
Yeah.
It's there. So I recommend you like and follow it there, too. I think we're going to have a bit of a programming note this weekend. I don't have times, so I'm half doing this right now, so don't quote me. But I believe we're moving our Texas Tech broadcast to KEND Saturday. But this weekend, I know normally we carry it on our sister station 92.9 The Brand. Unfortunately, we have a remote event that's on the same time as the Texas Tech football game. So we're going to do the remote on our sister station, and then Red Raider fans can log on to or tune in to hear on KEND and check that game out. So, I'll give you more as I get. I'm just remembering off the top of my head that information, so I don't have all the times and information there, but it'll be Saturday. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of your day. I greatly appreciate that. We all do. Have a wonderful day. We will talk to you bright and early, 7 a.m. tomorrow. Travis and Sexton up next. Have a great day.
The great one, Mark Levin, is now in Roswell on 106.5 KEND Roswell.